Hey, cuties. Hello, hello, hello. Happy Saturday. Sorry, guys. I am eating a nasty combination over here hummus, salsa, and nacho cheese. A mess. But let me first say this I just got the notification that trending, my little sis is live as well. My apologies, trending. I got on StreamYard, scheduled a live, and I haven't been on YouTube since early yesterday. So you guys make sure, for those of you that are here, to go and check out trending once we're done. And I'll definitely do the same. Shout out to you guys. Thank you so much for joining me. If you could please hit the like button for me, that would be great. And also, it is raining and windy in Sin City. And if you guys can hear me okay, if you don't mind dropping a one in the chat, and then I will get going. Excuse me, while I wait for some ones, I will go up and say a couple hellos. Okay, I see the ones. Thank you, guys. My internet was acting a little janky earlier today. Um, But let me say a couple quick hellos, and then we're gonna go ahead and get started. Shout out to each and every one of you. Again, if you have not hit the like button, please go ahead and do so. Shout out to those that are watching from the bushes, as well as the replay gang. Hey, Regina, Monica, Judy, Gina, Deborah. Shout out to the cutie crew. Cutie crew. I think I told you guys we were going to be live yesterday, but your girl was outside. I was outside till about 4 o'clock this morning. But we will get a members only going for early this week, and then I'm trying to do. I need to decide which day I'm going to sit my butt down. I don't know if you guys remember, but I told you guys I wanted to introduce a new segment, and I'm trying to see if I want to do that on. I think I may stick with Friday nights. I think I'm going to stick with Friday evening. But anyway, we'll discuss. Patreon, for those that have followed me over there, thank you so much. I will be dropping content tomorrow. Let me put that on my list over on Patreon. And then we will be gearing up going forward to do some live watch parties. It is also known, my page over there, as the Let Loose Lounge. So when I really, really, really need to let loose, that's where I'm going to do it. So again, thank you to those that are following me over there. And I need to scroll through and follow some other content creators that have Patreon accounts. I feel better following Patreon. I don't follow anyone's memberships because, just for me, I don't know if, some people share things that they only want their members to know, and I don't want to know. So that's the only reason why I'm not following anyone's memberships as far as content creators. But hey, Teresa, Karen, Annette, Sherry, Pretty Eyes, CDW, Shadil, I think it is, Sherry, Phenomenal Black Woman, Lisa Girl, Lorna, Miss Linda, Evelyn, Ernestine, PN2 Ross, Soul Star, Music Lover is in the building. Miss Cheryl, daughter of Israel, VG, April, Crochet and Music, Butterfly Kisses, Doris, and Terrell. Hey, Terrell. We got I Am Blessed, Pecan Pam, Neva P, Mama Bees, Stephanie Small, Terry T Baby in the building. Hey, Thames. Hey, Essie. Hello, Celeste. Lorna, Valencia. I'm getting down to the bottom, guys. Pamela, Arlene, Jacqueline, ER, Irene, Z Frenchie. Hey, Z Frenchie. Designs and Decor, Avis, Honey Love, Let's see. And though there you guys go with the ones. Thank you, thank you, thank you. And I hope I'm not skipping anybody while I'm scrolling past. Peba, Mary, Sharon, I believe. Bravo. What it do? Bravo. Hey, Judy. Pamela Queen. Training Wheels. Good day from Detroit. Annette, Melissa from Baton Rouge. Cleopatra, Janice, Angela, Sharon, let's see. Tawana, Carol, Laverne, Val. Is it? Yes, we are actually under a windstorm watch. And it's been this way since yesterday. I felt so bad because I left my fur babies naturally while I went out yesterday. But thank goodness the lights or anything didn't go off. But it's cold. So once I'm done with this live, I am. Ooh, child, I've been like really fat since I moved here because I'm eating all the things that I used to eat 10, 11 years ago. I haven't cooked one meal other than crab legs, and I need to cook. But once we're done, I think I'm going to run and pick me up something fast food, and then I will be tucked in bed, catching up on what I missed on YouTube and everything else. So, anyway, let's go ahead and get started. I see my sis, Pink Diva, also known as Pink Table Topics. Hey, sis. Let's see. S. White, happy Women's History Month. Bravo. Thank you for that. Chit Chat, you are a queen making history. We love you. Oh, thank you. Bravo. Thank you so much. And yes, I made a post yesterday. Happy Women's History Month to each and every one of you. I must say, I saw Chef Don Don's post and I love what he's doing. So yesterday he had Mel, today he has Candy Burris, and that is an awesome way to honor our entertainers and celebrities and all of that. But again, for those of us that are normal folk, um, even though what Bravo said, I appreciate it. And I hope so, Bravo. I'm hitting them hard as soon as I can sit my tail down and try to do a whole lot this year. But for those of us, happy women, happy Women's History Month. We the damn thing. It wouldn't be no other months as far as honoring anybody without women, without the mothers. So shout out to each and every one of you. I'm following you where you go. What you mean, Tawana? Last night, girl, I went and to a jazz bar and ended up child at a casino after, but saw some live music, had some drinks, played me a little poker, and brought my tail on home. So I was hanging out with a girlfriend, and it looks like I don't want to overdo it, but I'm trying to be outside every weekend. Even if it's just one day, I got a whole lot of time to make up from for real. But shout out to 433 of you that are currently watching. As I mentioned, my apologies to my little sis Trending. You guys make sure let's support Trending and go watch her recap of Charnita's World. Now, I want to say this about that. I don't know if it's me, but you guys know we broke the internet last week. A lot of us were in my live, and once it was time for the show to start, everybody left. Everybody on Instagram, everywhere went, and there were technical difficulties. Some people, from what I've seen throughout the week, have been able to view it. Well, I searched all week, and I didn't see an option like to rewatch, but I did see where last night was an encore of the first episode. So that's definitely on my list to catch up on. So it's probably a good thing that I'm not in Trendings Live because I don't want a spoiler. But just from the trailer that I've seen, it looks like it's going to be a nice, wholesome show. Nice, wholesome show. Have you, Teresa? Teresa says she watched it 3 times. Okay. Well, I'm definitely catching up. I couldn't find it. So, but yeah, shout out to Mel. Now, I'm gonna go ahead and get started. Yay, T Town. Thank you, thank you, thank you so much. Hey mods, how do I send a message? I don't see a contact email. V25VS. Yes, you should send a DM on Instagram. Is it simply beautiful? Search the show. Okay, excellent, excellent. All right. Thank you for that. And thank you, Simply Beautiful. You know, I'll be missing you. So I'm glad that you are here. Lisa Girl said I had no issues, saw both episodes on my Fire TV. Now, Lisa Girl, did they do episode 2? Or because I thought last night was an encore. Okay, so it's on there on demand now. Okay. But okay, now thank you guys for saying now because I did check that throughout the week. So I'll watch it as soon as we're done. I will be recapping if there are. Okay, Teresa said they didn't do 2 yet. Okay, well somebody just said they saw both episodes. Y'all got me confused. Who was that? I don't know. Somebody. Okay, Lisa Girl again said 1 and 2. And Teresa Wright said they didn't do 2 yet. So I found out as soon as we're done because, like I said, this is going to be a snuggle up type of day and just chill because it is gloomy and cold. But let's go ahead and get started, guys. Okay, Simply Beautiful. I understand that last member's only live or something else. Oh, let me say this real quickly, guys. I took all of my videos off of private. So when I was struck by Carlos the Kang, I did private the majority of my videos, and I think it was a total of 800 plus or so. So when I unprivated the videos, I think I started Thursday, or did I do it all yesterday? Either way, what happened is those videos are showing up, I guess, as new uploads somehow. So I thank those of you that's been watching. Continue to watch. It's a whole lot of classics. Maybe I need to share some of the classics. But yeah, I got people going off in the comments over something. I don't even remember what the video was about. One of them was with Letitia's cousin, and I didn't rewatch the video yesterday, but there were a lot of people in the comment section. So if you happen to hear this, or if you are listening now, those videos are technically re-uploads. But yeah, I wanted my views to reflect. So I'm back close to 9 million views. And I think I was down to under a million before I privated the video. So anyway, but thank you again. I wanted to come to you guys live today to talk about Mel being a survivor. Oh, it's cold. Carlos being a liar, and Mr. Martell Holt being an alleged AB user. And do I have pity if what's going around when it comes to Arionne Curry? No, ma'am. And I hate to say this, because, as some of us, how we operate with morals, and integrity, dignity, pride, and all of that, we will never say somebody deserves something. And I'm going to leave it at but. Hold on, guys. Let me turn around and get up and turn this heat up a little bit. Oh, I could turn this one on. That's okay. Let me see. Okay, I forgot I plugged up a little heater. So yeah, most times we won't say that anybody would deserve getting them paws put on them and all of that. But I'll get to that soon. What I want to do first is talk about Miss Melody Cherie. I was so very happy to see Mel's stories, one of her stories, and she had Survivor playing in the background. I don't know about you guys, but I always try to pick up on vibes and energy and all of that when it comes to Mel, because she should not come out and say everything that's gone on in her life. And I did not expect her to come out and say whether the disgusting things that were said allegedly that could have happened in her childhood. I didn't expect her to come out and discuss any of that. But again, just with her playing, she's a survivor in the background. I was happy to hear that, because that she is. She is a survivor of a whole lot. Okay. And as they say in that song by Destiny's Child, keep on surviving. So that is to Mel. That is to any of us. Keep on surviving. Mel also discussed, not discussed, she didn't discuss anything, but you guys saw that she popped out. She was at the radio station this week. Um, and I was happy to see her face. I was happy to see her in good spirits. And I was also happy that she, like she always does, was supporting a great, great cause, St. Jude. And those, a lot of us, I know I have, personally and through work, have always pledged and supported St. Jude. St. Jude's been around for years, but she take a licking and keep on ticking. Is that how they say it? You guys know I always mess up anything that I'm trying to say, but she takes a licking and keeps on kicking or ticking, or one of them. That's what she did by popping out, and that was the first time we had seen her in a couple days. And what better way to show people that it is still business, as always, when it comes to her? Her purpose is still on top of her list, no matter what. No matter what. But not only has Mel survived Mr. Martell Holt, and I'm gonna say, well, not 100% if you ask me, because he stay on BS, but she has survived by not having to live with the Negro in the same household with his manipulation. Uh, we don't know. I'm gonna say allegedly verbal abuse, and I'm gonna also say, just for me, I definitely don't know, because again, I've never been in their home, but I'm gonna say, I think just because of the way that Mr. Martell is set up and the way that he moves, physical, abuse, because he gives those vibes, and we'll definitely get into that in a minute. But kudos to Mel for popping back out, and in spite of, again, what was said, disgusting, I still cannot get over it. But I wanted to read this because I really, really love the hashtags. Now, you guys know that she is having her mimosas with Melody March 30th. I did see in her stories that they did open up 20 more spots, and she said after that, that is it. So if any of you guys wanted to go, but it was sold out, because we know it was sold out. But they did open up 20 more spots. I was happy to see Jay Bolin, Lily. You guys know Lily from SWV. Darren Henson. Darren played on a whole lot of movies. Let me move this. The bottom row, I'm not too familiar with. Is it Devin Stevens, Chris Sane, I believe, and I ain't got my glasses on. Ivan Thomas. I'm not familiar with them, but there is no guessing as far as location, time, everything else. We know there was some hiccups when it comes to the Black Expo, but it's been put out there from the jump, where this was going to be held, which is the Biltmore Ballrooms, excuse me, in Atlanta, March 30th. So I do know that there are a couple, I believe Sassy TV said she was going Tea Talk with your girl. It looks like there will be a couple content creators in the house. And yeah, congratulations to Mel. But I wanted to read this. She put, and now the fourth Mimosas with Melody event is going to be more real and raw than ever. And I'm like, how much more can she be as far as when it comes to real and raw? You guys know how I feel. I don't know if you, okay, that's her publicist. Okay, thank you, Simply Beautiful. You guys know Simply Beautiful is my love and marriage Huntsville historian, okay? And she always let me know the facts. Thank you. Hey, Pastor. Shout out again to all of you that are watching. Currently, 868 people. Hey, Red Ann. I appreciate you. And I appreciate each and every one of you. Make sure that you hit the like button. But you guys know that I've been one that I'm standing on it, period. That based off of Mel's transparency and realness and rawness, when it comes to Love and Marriage Huntsville, season 1, episode 1, I am standing on. That's the reason why the show has been successful. She's always been real and raw, but she said that this fourth Mimosas with Melodies event is going to be more real and raw than ever. But I really, really wanted to make sure to read the hashtags. Hashtag thankful, hashtag transparency, hashtag the heart of the matter, hashtag bent, never broken, hashtag healed, in case they didn't know, hashtag healed, hashtag God said go, hashtag push through, and hashtag I stand against abuse. Baby, those hashtags was the message. The hashtags was the message. So again, is my Aunt Debbie in here? Hey, Aunt Debbie. Aunt Debbie, I was gonna text you, because we've been chatting. You are definitely back. Like you never left a couple months ago. But I'm gonna have to text you because I really want to know how you are feeling. And I'll text you when we're done. But thank you, Aunt Debbie. Shout out to the cutie mods in the building. But again, the hashtag, as well as Mel wearing this sweatshirt, was a Roger that for me. Okay. So again, we still don't know if what was said was true. We do know that the bird had the audacity to say that the reason why she said that was because Mel said something about her son. No, ma'am. I'm sure Mel didn't say a damn thing about Miles. Mel don't care about now Miles. But anyway, kudos to Mel for popping back out. And she also was celebrating the success of Charnita's World. And I definitely want to read you guys this. I really love, look, we know that this is a Tilted Crown production. We also know that that is Mel and Don Michelle, but I love just seeing it in the credits that Mel posted in her stories. But she put, wow, super thankful. Who would have thought? And she had the little crying emojis. Who would have thought? God, thank you for allowing us to show positivity, Black love, Black excellence, Black family doing their thing. Charnita's World, congrats, sis. You deserve it and so much more. We are literally just getting started. To all the CC who helped spread the word, watched, and are reviewing, y'all already know I love y'all. To the team, all of the hard work, long days, and nights paid off. So she should feel exactly what she said. Super thankful and super grateful and super proud of herself. Proud. So yes, congratulations again on the success of Charnita's World, as well as the upcoming Mimosas with Melody. Mel has shown us that as women, we have to keep on keeping on in spite of. And a lot of us have done that, but based off of the things that we've seen her go through, it's a beautiful sight to see. It really, really is. So we are giving Mel her flowers during Women's History Month and beyond. And beyond. Um, but let's go ahead and get all into Mr. Lion Earth, Carlos King. And before I do, um, let me read a couple comments. Again, 982 of you guys joining me. Thank you so much. Please make sure that you have hit the like button. Okay, so only 10 spots were left. I'm sure they probably are. Okay, he's a stock guru. See, I took the screenshots in order to get this live scheduled. And after I scheduled the live, I set it and left it. I wasn't even on my computer. So yes, a very great lineup. Okay, the Espo can't even compare. I know that's right. I know that's right. Yes, we are. Hey, Megan. Okay, Dolores. Now, you guys make sure to take lots of pictures. I know that you will. Um, Terry Gay, I'm gonna start that comment and I'll read it once we get to her. I will. I will. Okay, now Simply Beautiful talking about I believe that's her publicist. Is it, child? Let me know. um, Dog it. Your sister's having surgery. Okay, Teresa. I'm praying for your sister. Hopefully everything goes well. You guys also pray for Papa Tyra. He's doing okay. Tyra's just worried. But continue prayers to any of you that is. Oh, child. No, Robin. Not the ghost whisperer, child. You guys can. I mean, my prayers go out to any of you that are going through anything that need prayers. But let me go ahead and get into Mr. Carlos Kane. I told y'all was hoodwinked and bamboozled, child. Hoodwinked and bamboozled. Now we know that, and we talked about this the other day. Carlos said that before Mel's tour. That's what I'm gonna say. That first one, that was Mel, all Mel. But before that, he said with Dr. Heavenly he would discuss Martell's arrest at the podcast. That was a lie. The lie detector test determined that was a lie because he didn't. Then last week, again with Dr. Heavenly, he said that he would be releasing his first stop with Mel on YouTube. He lied about that too, child. Lied about that too. Now, now he's saying he has to wait because it will be on Love and Marriage Huntsville, and he don't want to get in trouble. He don't want to get in trouble. By who? You the is your production company, which produces the content for the show. Who you gonna get in trouble with? Yourself. You know, um, look, Carlos, and I'm trying. It'll be on Patreon. I'm trying not to go too hard, but it seems to be an issue for Carlos to keep his word damn near on anything, if you ask me. Now, I did hear that Dr. Heavenly won't be doing reviews of Married to Medicine anymore. I'm wondering if that's going to include the reunion. And if so, what is Carlos gonna do? What he gonna do? Hey T Talk. Hey Lizzie. Hey Arlene. Hey Linda Gambo. Dr. Heavenly says she got in trouble, but she's headed to Patreon. Hey Gloria. Um, look, I'm over. I tried to give both a chance. Let me just say that because I did not like Dr. Heavenly from way back when all she used to say is your mama, your mama, your mama. Dr. Heavenly, I don't know. She's a doctor, she's a dentist, but she ghetto. She's ghetto. She's disrespectful. And I'm surprised, just like with Arionne, that, I don't condone violence, but I'm just surprised. Dr. Heavenly has done and said too much. And I don't even think that as a castmate on Married to Medicine, that she should be reviewing the show at all. I do hear that, and I need to look up on this because I didn't see it for myself, but I hear that Dr. G, as well as his wife, Sweet T, may be looking to sue, allegedly, Dr. Heavenly for her calling Dr. G a pedo, and she do too much. And, I think that Dr. Heavenly thinks that she is bigger than the show. What she tried to do with Quad was absolutely deplorable. Talking about that she believes, or the girls, and I'm sure it was just her spreading the word, that Quad was the one that somehow brought that footage back up of Dr. Jackie when she talked about, women and all of that. As far as, um, faking when it comes to healthcare. And she just takes too many low blows for me. But birds of a feather flock together. Mr. Carlos King, he just does it a little more sneakily for some, but a lot of us have peeped his game. So yeah, now it won't be on his YouTube channel. Go to Facebook, it's there for those of you all that wanted to see it. And I don't even know what the secret is supposed to be, Carlos. It's already been put out there that Moses and Sonny will be on the show. That's not a secret. People have already witnessed Moses and Stormy filming. I mean, Moses and Sonny filming at Stormy's event. So we don't know what you're trying to keep a secret. We already know. We already know. So it was Cap. Somebody put in the chat, that's Cap. And I hate to do this because I know you guys despise this guy, but
that's Cap.
That's Cap, Carlos.
That's Cap.
Cap for real. But that was his reason for striking channels, because he was going to be putting it out on his platform. And I think that was the reason why I was successful in, hold on, buddy, gotta let my dog out, getting that strike removed. Because where was it? You strike it you strike a video if it's already up. Not, I'm gonna put it up. I need to send YouTube a revision. Now he's saying he ain't even gonna put it up. Well, y'all shouldn't have struck me, period. But hold on, guys. Let me let this fur baby out. He gonna go in and out because it's cold. Hold on one quick second. Give me about 30 seconds. When I tell you guys, it is for reason out there. OMG, for reason. But yeah, that's Cap, Carlos. And it still don't sit right with a lot of us of the striking and everything else, because that was after you sweet talking everybody to people were gonna come anyway with mail, but that was after you uh made sure to have everybody in attendance, and lied about what you was going to discuss, what you were going to discuss when it comes to the arrest of Martell Holtz. And I doubt if we even see what do he plan to make it a whole hour special or what? So he could have went ahead and released it, and it's cap. But yeah, he said he was going to discuss Mr. Martell Holt. Did not. Those of you guys that were in attendance that let me know. But let's go ahead and get into this alleged showdown between Martell Holtz and Arionne Curry. And let me just, because I can't wait for them to get here. Hold on, guys. Again, I am sorry, but he got to get in here. Come on, buddy. Come on. Let's go. Come on. Woo. Oh, good boy. Hold on, guys. Oh, goodness. Okay, I am sorry. But let's get into this alleged showdown between Mr. Martell Holtz and Arionne Curry. Let the big wigs hear what Melody, what she said about him. I bet she's not going to show that. Thank you for saying that, Essie. When Mel voiced her concerns to him at her tour, I bet you he won't mention what she said. I bet you we won't see that on Love and Mirror Huntsville. Who want to bet me right now? I'm willing to bet. Feeling unprotected, feeling like they didn't believe her. All of the above. Anybody want to bet me in advance? Anybody? Because I can guarantee you. Yeah, Kim, Martell ain't going nowhere. And it would be nice if he just said that. Red, and we could have a small wager, $1. It don't matter. Well, I'll come up with something. I'll just put up a poll. That's what I'll do. Will Carlos discuss Mel's vulnerable moments at her tour stop in Huntsville? You guys, matter of fact, put it in the chat real quick before we get to the alleged jailbirds and AB users against each other and just these fools here. Give me a 1 in the chat if you think that Carlos will show the part where Mel was vulnerable with him and voice her displeasure, if you ask me. Put a 1 in the chat if you think that he will. Put a 2 in the chat if you think he will not. And then we'll go ahead and move on to this. Okay. 2 is for no, 1 is for yes. Anybody? Gigi said yes. Really, Gigi? I see a lot of tools. Patricia put 2. Veronica 2. Will is number 1. Carlos will discuss Mel voicing her displeasure towards him. MD Red said 1. 1 is yes, he will show that. 2 is no. 1 is yes, he will show it on Love and Marriage Huntsville, since he said that he cannot release the footage now because he's going to show it on the show. All right, Gigi said, let me scroll down, Gigi. I see it on my phone. Gigi said that she believes that he will do it, but will edit it with a CK twist. I would like to see that in its entirety. Yeah. Okay. Who is that? Queen Supreme, we was just asking if we thought that uh put a one in the chat if Carlos was going to. He said that he can't show his tour like he wanted to on YouTube. He has to wait to Love and Marriage Huntsville or he'll get in trouble. So we know that during that tour stop, Mel shared some things with him and really, to me, felt like he wasn't protecting her. What are y'all waiting for? You see what I see. Carlos said, I didn't know. I didn't know. How could you not? Will we see that? And I'm saying no, absolutely not. So that's what we were putting numbers in the chat for. But let's go ahead and, like I said, get into this alleged showdown between Martell and Coleslaw, allegedly at the gym. At the gym. Do you guys believe that? Maybe I should have asked for a 1 or 2 for that. Carmen, I'm not sure if you're new, but you cannot cuss in the chat. Please retype your comment. I should have asked a 1 or 2 to that. Do you guys believe that allegedly Mr. Martell Holt and Arionne Curry got into, period, Carmen? Yep, no. Shara says no, or Sheree. Teresa says she believed it. I'm just gonna let you guys know I don't believe it. I don't believe it this time. I don't. And look, it's not because I don't feel like Martell is capable. I think, just my own personal opinion, that he's done it before with her. And I also think, like I said earlier, in my opinion, that possibly there could have been some when it comes to Melody Cherie. Martell is capable of doing anything. But this is what I believe. And we're going to have to wait and see. I believe that YouTube content creators will be somehow, not by name, a part of Love and Marriage Huntsville's storyline this coming season. And I believe that some people are putting stories out here to see if we will run with it. That's just my opinion. I don't know. For those of you that believe it, or any content creators that believe it, I'm not saying that I'm correct. It absolutely could have and may have happened. I don't know. But I just think, again, that stories are being put out to see, again, if we'll run with it. And look, I'm okay with that. And then the other content creators should be okay with that, because we running straight to the bank. Okay. Continue to put them out so we can continue to talk about them, because we gonna run with it straight to the bank. But I think that they will attempt to show how easy it is for stories to be created in an attempt to discredit us. Because, some of us try hard to be fair when it comes to the show. But it's a lot of us that's going to do that, as well as call out the BS that we've seen on the show. But the person that gets the most support is the person that has supported us by her presence, by her just believing in content creators and egging us on and pushing us on to continue to do great things. And that's Melody Cherie. And I think that everybody else that's on that show feels some type of way about that. Now, I don't know nothing. This is just my theory. My theory. Because why isn't there a video of this at the gym? Who was there to see it, and why did you not take your phone and click record? Who saw this? I've been looking all on Facebook. I ain't seen a video or nothing. Nothing. Why? Why? So, I guess we will see. But like I said, I do think that they will attempt to show us or discredit us. And that's just me. You guys will have to let me know your thoughts when I drop the link. But let me say this. If he did do it, and I hate to say this, I said this at the start of the video. But see, when it comes to Arionne Curry believes that a lot of things that's happened, that's been said about Mel, that Mel deserved it. And I'm just gonna say, if this did happen, she deserved. That's just that's how I feel. And as I mentioned at the start of the video, a lot of us that operates in our right mind know that under no circumstances that should happen. But Thea, what did you just post? Put a color on it. It is 1,200 people. It could be $1. If you want me to see something, put a color on it. I don't see it. Tanya Hall said they are scams and want attention. A lot of people say they believe it. A lot of people say they don't. Cassie, you saying exactly what I was just about to say. If he did, Cassie said she don't give a hoot. She don't feel sorry for her either way. And neither does I. Neither do I. And I just really, really hate to feel that way as a woman. But like I said, this girl has been yapping at the mouth for years and years and years, speaking of things. And we know recently it's a lot that's been discussed, that's been disgusting. The revenge piece. Mel, you know what she said that Mel was doing with another man, knowing all the time. She knew. Out of all those years, she was out here going live. I saw, and yeah, she be sucking. You got a lot of nerve talking about anybody sucking, whatever. But all the time, even she knew that the person in the video that she was so, just low to watch. She knew that Mel was with her husband. So if she didn't care about spreading lies and talking about everybody else's business and feeling like Mel deserved it, then yeah, we don't care either. We don't care either. And I told you guys the other day, I am sick of hearing her speak on Mel, period, as if she was there at any time. I'm sick of it. We do know that more audio was released. And all I got to say from that is it's the same old, same old. She had Miles, also known as Maverick, also known as Holt, also known as Knox. No wonder the boy confused, but she had him as a revenge baby out of spite. Had a baby out of spite. If that ain't crazy, everything else that she discussed, I could care less. Your boyfriend in college was Paris's daddy, and Paris's daddy was with his high school sweetheart, who he's married to. So he ain't cheat on you. That was a lie. But even if he did, you gonna say, okay, well, since that's hurt me, guess what I'm about to do? I'm just not about to have any morals and dignity and pride and nothing. But anyway, she seems to have a thing for revenge. And that revenge backfired big time when it comes to her having that child. She thought she was going to turn Love and Marriage Huntsville into Love and Hip Hop. Had the nerve to even talk about Stevie J, Mimi, and Jocelyn. Now, Stevie J and Mimi wasn't married. Okay? And no, you're not about to turn Love and Marriage Huntsville into Love and Hip Hop. So, she knew after several alleged abortions that Martell did not want a child with her. And what did she do? Had that child out of spite. out of spite, she continued to sleep with a married man, Mr. Martell Holt, out of spite. She went so far as to say she really wasn't even attracted to Mr. Martell Holt, but she continued to screw him. You can't make it up. Out of spite. Where they do that at? She couldn't even say what her love language is, what her and Martell's love language is. The love language is sex. That's the love language. And out of spite, she continues to do that because you guys know she came out and said that was trash. She said that was trash on numerous occasions. She said that Martell is trash in bed. But every chance she got, she said she was sitting well. You did all of that out of spite. Seriously. And that spite was against Mel. That's it. That's all. And it still is. Um, I've told you guys 1,000 times that Arionne Curry's goal was to break up that marriage. That's it. That's all. She could really care less. She proves that because she's still with Martell to this day in the capacity that she's with him. Still, wham bam, thank you, ma'am. But she could care less that Martell has claimed other women after he's been divorced. But he ain't claimed her because her goal, again, was to break up that marriage. That spite and envy and jealousy and hatred that she had towards Mel was always her goal. And she didn't care about the kids in the house, their babies. She didn't care about herself not having, again, any morals. Didn't care about how she looked towards to her own daughter. Her goal was to keep inserting herself into Mel and Martell's marriage because her goal was to also, she thought, assume the identity of Martell's wife, Mel. Didn't happen, not gonna happen. She wants to be Mel. Listening to the audio, she's studied Mel. She has. And she's still studying Mel to this day. And she's still failing because she'll never be. But she talked about how she know that Mel has bossed up, and I don't blame her. I don't blame her at all. Yes, you do. Yes, you do. You blame Mel for everything because we sure ain't heard you blame Martell. Um, this chick has been and will continue to be on this merry-go-round because she's still holding out hope to be in Mel's spot one day. It's 10 years later. Lord have mercy, girl. Mm-mm-mm. Where they do that at? But Arionne Curry and any other side chick for that matter, they really are the blueprint of what not to do. But I really haven't seen one as delusional. Some that come close, but as delusional as Arionne Curry is. To admit that she was finessed by Martell, girl, how? But you weren't finessed, Arionne, not by Martell, but you were finessed by your warped arse mind because you did this. Martell didn't finesse you, you finessed your damn self. Thinking that you was gonna live in that house that they was in, climbed all up in the marital bed after the fact. You all saw the pictures of her. I got it in my phone. I don't feel like looking for it. You couldn't pay me. But she wanted to let it be known I am this low. Now I know that he used to be in this bed with his wife, but guess what? I'm this low. I want you guys to see me in this bed. It's like, what? But the finessing, again, was all due to her, her, she, her, whatever. It had nothing to do with her age. It had nothing to do with Martell pursuing her ever. Because guess what? Anybody can stop a pursuit. Anybody can stop a pursuit. If a police officer is chasing a car and the car go into an area that is filled with other innocent people, like Mel was, like them Eminem kids were. If a car go into an area filled with innocent people, guess what most police do? They call off the pursuit. And your ass could have called off the pursuit as well. Easily. Easily. So again, with no standards, no morals, no nothing, and continuing to have Mel's name in your mouth is so puzzling to a lot of us. But it just lets us know you still finessing your damn self. Because even in that video, she said Martell didn't have no game. Martell this. I couldn't even tell you what it is while I was with him because you thought you was about to be a star. You thought you was about to be a star, girl. And you still think you were going to be a star. Because you still talking about Love and Marriage Huntsville. Still talking about the show. Still. Girl. Damn show done crossed over 100 episodes. Now syndicated. And you still think you going to be a star. It's crazy. So that's what got her on this chase. Like I said, she could have stopped it herself a long time ago. Got a daughter, Paris, holding the camera, videotaping her and the Finessa, Martell. Come on, Paris, tape me and Martell so we can run and skip through the store. Did you get that pair? That's what you're training your daughter. I cannot. Still got her daughter around this man today. Somebody that she admittedly finessed her, but he didn't. She finessed herself. Yes, Sonny, she thought she was gonna get some money and all of that. See, she is a part of the love and hip hop era. And she mentioned Rashida and Kurt and Stevie J and Jocelyn. So that's why she did everything that she did. And now she got little Miles running around here after having him out of spite. Still not being on the show. Jocelyn was on the show. Mimi was on the show. Rashid was on the show. Kirk, baby mama, was on the show. You wasn't on the show. We heard your voice for about 5 seconds. That's about it. All this for that. So it just amazes me that she always tries to act like I don't got time. I don't pay attention to Mel. But in the real audio, we hear just how much she has paid attention to Mel. She said herself, Mel bossed up, as she should have. As she should have. She said herself that Mel has this support. Yeah, you probably would have had some too. I'm not buying, and look, we do know that the audio is old. So it just shows that whichever way the wind blows, that's what you're gonna get from her. There's a small glimpse of her knowing better, but she's never done better. So if you listen to some of it, and she knows she was a dummy, she know all of that, but that spite that's still going on, that's what keeps her going. And girl, it is what it is. It is what it is. So when it comes to the alleged pow pow session, if Martell put them paws on her or not, again, I can't say if it's true or not. I think that it is a little something bigger that's going on. But I did hear from a source, and I don't want to do exactly what I'm saying. because this source did come to me, and they said that he was very upset with the audio that he heard about the alleged things that happened to Mel. And I call BS on that too, because she couldn't have even said that if he didn't say it to her. But like I told my source, you can't just bring me anything. How do you know he said that? Can I get some audio or something? But that's what was said. But yeah, again, poor little Knox, Maverick, Miles, Holt, whatever his name is, she had you out of spite, and he gonna hear that again. He gonna hear that himself. He gonna hear that himself in a couple years. I had you out of spite, son. I had you to make the wife mad and make the wife jealous, but the wife has bossed up, son. The wife is a multimillionaire, son. Your your siblings, half siblings, they rich, son. They got this going on. They educated. They that I just can't. I just can't. Is it crack? Can somebody let me know? Is it crack? What is it? I told you guys that I'm gonna be introducing a new segment, and it's called "That Shit Cray," and that's what this is.
That shit crazy. That shit crazy.
Every time she open her mouth, it's crazy. It's crazy. So anyway, that is my spiel. I do see Braylon in the back. Shout out to 1.3K that is watching. Shout out to the those that are watching from the bushes. Shout out to the replay gang. Shout out again to any of you that will be celebrating a birthday in March. Happy birthday to you. Happy Women's Month, Women's History Month to the women. And I see Pastor Braylon Lee backstage. Hold on, Braylon. All right. So let me okay, I already got this up. Braylon, is this you? Hey Braylon, how are you?
Hello. Hey, everybody. Now, you know Auntie Whitney said crack is whack.
Crack
We heard that.
is whack.
We heard that
What's
from
that?
Auntie Whitney. Lord help.
Yeah,
You
what
know
did
what?
they say?
You
What do
know
you
what?
think it is, Braylon? What do you think it is?
You know what it is. I think that that Cole Saul listened to "I Apologize" by Anita Baker.
Oh no.
Operator, get my baby on the line.
Mm-mm.
Just the other night, we had a
Same.
horrible fight. I admit that I was out of control. Y'all know the rest of the lyrics. So I think she listened to that, and I think she took that literally of that, it's not the fact that I need to apologize, it's that I deserve an apology. But listen,
Mm,
it's just like when we were all kids, we wrote down 100 toys, doesn't mean we were going to get them.
mm,
So,
mm.
so what is this? I mean, really, you know what I mean? So it is what it is. It is what it is. It's quite sad, the audio that was said. Wait a minute, Marsha Ian said, now don't you put my auntie Anita in this. I'm not
Okay,
putting
got
her in
Anita
it.
all up
I'm
in
just
it.
listen. I'm just saying lyrics sometimes are a reflection of what's happening. If you don't
Mm-mm.
remember the legendary read of "I Gave a Shirley Murdoch Ass Relay," go back and look at that one. That was a legendary read
Mm-mm.
as well. But no, it's
Hold on,
really
Braylon.
sad. Okay,
Hold
go
on,
ahead.
Braylon. Let me make sure this is Bravo. Bravo, is this you?
Yes.
All right. Hey, Bravo, how are you?
Hey, how are you?
Good.
Hey,
All
Bravo.
right. Go
Hey.
ahead, Pastor Braylon.
No, I was just gonna say. I mean, to get to the point where you have to use other people's pain as content,
Mm,
is quite despicable, sad, and really disgusting. Because, and I hate to say this, but karma doesn't miss an address.
mm,
Um, you know what I mean? It may not come back on you right on you, but karma, postal service, has been delivering for many years to many people. So it may not come through
mm-mm.
you, but it may come through your next generation. Now, I'm not
Mm.
wishing that or nothing, but
Yeah.
I don't know of any mother, right, that would accept that, embrace that, or receive that. Because if that content creator, right, if that content creator's kid was in the mouth of somebody else on YouTube, there would be a whole conniption, and rightfully so. I just think the fact that some people, and this is what it is, and I'll land with this. Some people were not born as anything of importance. And sometimes that's because of circumstances. Sometimes that's your environment. Sometimes that's how you move through life. But I think what ends up happening is the punching bag that you are punching of your anger, your frustrations, and your emotions. You do realize the reason why that punching bag is made so strong, right? Because it was built to handle the punches you were going to throw.
Good analogy. Good
So,
analogy.
that's what I have to land. And not to mention too, have you ever noticed when you get done punching a punching bag, you tired of it? So all these haters that are
Yeah.
punching this punching bag of being hateful, you do realize eventually your arms are going to get tired.
But she
And
ain't
when
she
your
ain't
arms get
tagged though. But
well, well,
she's
I mean,
not tagged. Why?
listen. When the doctor tells you, hey, listen, either you're gonna have to stop or you're gonna have to not have your arms to use.
Hmm.
Just saying. So much love, everybody. Glad to be here.
All right, Pastor Braylon Lee. Yeah, she should be tired. On the outside looking in, we can look at her and see that physically she's looking tired. I hear a lot of content creators saying she's now a linebacker. You know what I mean? Mentally, you can look at it and tell she tired. It seems like there's a couple screws, maybe loose, gone. They ain't loose, child. They just fell off completely. So, but yeah, she should be tired. You could not pay me ever to sit back and dog out another woman whose man I wanted. I'm just not gonna do it. Now, I'm gonna cuss his arse out. Do you hear me? I'm gonna step to her if she disrespectful. You know what I mean? But as far as me just setting my sights on the woman, as far as me having a revenge baby, you can't tell me that girl's goal wasn't to do exactly what happened. And the joke's on her. The joke's on her. The joke is on Martell Holt as well. And that's where she's dumb at. That man will always resent her. The only reason, and this is my opinion only, the only reason why she's still around today, it ain't even got nothing to do with Miles. It's because of the things that he shared with her. And right now, he don't know how to maneuver himself away from that without her coming out here and doing what she do, which is telling the world. So, it's really like keep your enemies close. And if the enemies come with a little benefit, friends with benefit, hey, why not? But Martell resents her. He gonna always resent her because it's because of her and he that we have seen all of this. The man that he is. It's because of that. So, but thank you, Pastor. Welcome, Hannah Grace, to the panel. Hey, Hannah.
Hey, how's it going? Chit Chat and Braylon and
Hey,
who else?
Hannah, good to hear you.
Hey, good to hear you
Yes.
guys too. And the entire panel and the cutie crew. Hope y'all
Yeah.
doing
Thank
good.
you, Hannah. Thank you. And Hannah, I got on my to-do list. I want to do like a little recap of your video. Excellent video, by the way, Hannah Grace.
Yes.
Oh,
So
thank
yes,
you
those
so much.
you're welcome. Those of you guys that's in the chat, please make sure to support the content creators Braylon Lee, Bravo Addiction, Hannah Grace, Pink Table Topics, Tea Talk with your girl, Pink Table Topics, Aunt Debbie, whomever that I could have missed. Make sure that we are supporting each other. But go ahead, Bravo. Your thoughts?
Mm. My thoughts. Oh my gosh, it's like watching a horrible clown show, and I don't like clowns at all.
I'm scared of
But
them too, child.
I'm right. I don't like them. I don't that maybe that's why I don't like Sour Slaw. She's a clown. And then she pretends with this. I was only 24. Girl, you already had a kid. You knew what you were doing. You were looking at him as an opportunity. You were thinking that you could set yourself up. You weren't concerned about your children, nothing. And you kept going because he kept spending Mel's money on you. And then you try to act like you were set when he was seeing other women, but he had been doing that from the get.
Mhm.
And then you pretended like you didn't. He pursued me. I ran into him, but you were already hanging out with his buddies at the bar. You knew who he was. You knew he was married. You knew the game you were playing, side chick. And then you get upset because people call you out on it. Why are you upset? We're just calling you what you presented us with. Garbage. You know, my mom used to say that you got to watch those people that like to wallow in trash because they like to. And that's what she likes to do. That's her personality. That's who she is. She ain't nothing. And then Martell just came out and saw, and then he was playing the game, you know, like, I got it like that. I'm that man. I got money like that. I got cars like that. No, you don't. They were taken back. All of that. You lost your money. You lost your cars. You lost your status. You're a liar. What's Mel need with that in her life? Nothing. So she said, I'm going to let you go because you're not on the same path I'm on. And she let him go. And so he cuddled up with whoever. And then it seems like he cuddles up with women similar to his personality. Like Arionne, Cherie, that other chick that was pretending like she was his publicist and they were sleeping together. Allegedly, in my opinion, my honest opinion. But yeah, I mean, I look at her and I'm like, golly. How much lower are you gonna go? Because you're making a lot of people a lot of money. I wish I was into what do you call it, own like that, because I would have made a lot of money. I would have made some bucks off a fool. And there's so many fools because you got her now, right? And then you got his supporters from the cast. Encouraging this, asking what does she think about all this on the reunion, referring to Arionne. Why would you even bring her up? Why would you care what she thinks? Her opinion does not even matter to Martell. He's the one feeding her the information because he's so jealous of Mel that he feeds her information so she can attack. That's my opinion. I can't stand neither one of them. They're just sorry and sad and pathetic. And there's a whole slew of other words we could use, but they're not going to ever be enough or have the weight that they should be. Gutter snipes, slum, scum. I mean, it's just a list.
Do you think that she was finessed?
Absolutely not. Not. She was already playing the games. Because remember, she already knew Marcel. So she was already playing the game. She was already in the game. Her and her best friend were already in the game. She wasn't finessed. She threw her, she threw her legs open for him. That's it. That's all. She knew what she was doing. And since she's a liar, most of what she says is a liar. The only truth that comes out is her hatred for Mel, because Mel cut off her back. See, Mel cut off the lifestyle, and then she went and had a baby, and now she's stuck with the child. So that's all that.
I was going to ask you guys about that. I'll have to swing back up to Braylon once Hannah is done. But what are your thoughts on somebody admitting that they had a child out of spite? Where they do that at?
She's dumb. Golly, I'm so sick of her. She makes my head itch. Oh my gosh. Do
you think it's normal?
No, I actually think that there's some kind of like frontal lobe damage if I go into that kind of thing. And I'm not saying that she's on the spectrum or anything like that. I would never give her that. I'm saying that there's something that happened to both of them that caused them to gravitate towards each other, because there's something going on. I don't know if she was, if she had an accident where she did damage her frontal lobe, because the lack of empathy and understanding is profound. I mean, they could do a scientific study on her to find out why she's so freaking dumb.
Yes.
Please.
It needs to be done. It's a case study for real.
It's a case study. It's a case
truly
study.
is.
I mean, is it organic, her condition? I don't know. But literally, I think that when she opens her mouth, she starts to spin the story and starts to imagine the lies that she's going to tell. And it's fueled by whatever Martell is telling her. So, and then he sends her out there. And then he forgets. You can't limit her. You can't put a monitor on her like that. And then he gets upset and stuff, and then he goes off. And I already believe that he's already cheating in these streets. I already believe it. Because, I mean, like, how do you get invited to a women's empowerment expo? There's only one way Martell wiggles in to anybody's, another woman's graces. It's usually by sleeping with them. So, I mean, that's his MO.
Yeah.
To be a hoe.
Yeah. Ed Thea, hold on, Bravo. Let me read Ed Thea's super chat. Thank you, Ed Thea. Ed Thea said on Queen Sheba this morning, a lady said that CK has been sending AL cash apps. Really?
Mm-hmm.
Well, I'm gonna have to go watch that. Really?
Mm-hmm. Conflict.
I will definitely watch. I wouldn't be shocked. Let me put it like that. I wouldn't be shocked at all. At all. Really? Yeah. All right. Debbie, I think that may be you. If you got a device on, turn it down for me. Oh, child, I almost hit leave studio. I don't know how. Oh, I see how. Okay, Debbie, I don't hear the echo anymore. But Bravo, yeah, I believe that was somebody that Martell was messing with as well, as far as to even be considered. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And that's what's so crazy to me. A women's empowerment panel.
Right.
A women's empower. What kind of Martell can't even empower this dummy, Arionne Curry, to leave him alone after 10 years, after me saying all these things about you, peasant, low life, scum. I wouldn't have chose her. I would go back to my wife. She was only 15%. It was because of the sex. He can't even empower her to go on about her business. So how you gonna empower anybody else? Can somebody let me know? And then how are you gonna empower anybody with this? This is proven. How? So yeah, it was somebody, I agree with that knew him and probably dropping it low and spreading it wild, child, spreading it wide.
Yeah.
And asked him, to come on, or he probably wanted to be on it as well, but just a mess. But thank you, Bravo. We're gonna swing back around real quickly at the if I can find it. Thank you so much for the super chat.
That's what I say. Tell them to bring me my money.
Thank you again. I'm gonna check out Queen Sheba's live today too. But first, when we get off, I'm checking out Charnita's World, and then I'll be able to do some YouTube surfing. But Hannah Grace, Hannah, welcome to the panel. As I mentioned, I did watch your video. I thought it was awesome, and I need somebody to direct folks to Arionne Curry's TikTok with that 40K. That'd be a star for Martell, allegedly, to pay them folks back their money. But thank you for joining me, Hannah. Hey, Deshonda, your thoughts, Hannah Grace?
Thank you so much, Chit Chat. And I got those documents from Pinky the Housewife. So y'all go over there and check her channel out. I hope you
Oh,
don't mind
okay,
me
it
doing
came
it.
from
Pinky,
Pinky.
I just got some excerpts from her, but she got all the documents over on her channel.
Okay,
Pinky the
okay,
Housewife. Yes, she got
okay.
everything over there. But yeah, girl, it is ridiculous. I cannot. And then, okay, let's start with y'all. What did y'all say? She had the baby out of spite.
Mm-hmm.
You know, I think she's saying that out of her mouth, but I don't know if she really mean that. I think she had that baby because at the time she didn't think that. She thought Martell was rich. She thought she was going to get an heir to that their resources. That girl ain't doing nothing but lying all the way around.
Hannah,
That's
Hannah, you
all
know I'm gonna
she.
stop. Let me stop you, Hannah. Just to
Okay.
insert myself real quick. I think she absolutely did it out of spite because Mel was continuing to have babies with her husband. And I think that, look, if the man kept telling you he don't want kids with you, it's nothing but spite to go ahead and get pregnant. Yes, it's up to him to wrap it up and all of that. But no, she did that out of spite. But go ahead, Hannah.
So she was saying she was trying to spy Melody or Martell? Because I thought she was talking about she was doing it out of spite because she was mad at him. Maybe I got to go back and listen because this girl is so confusing to me. But to be honest, that girl out of how could all of a sudden how she gonna just be spiteful? I think she already knew what kind of money he had. So you might be right. I have to listen at it again. But I think that it was a number of reasons, but she probably did do it out of spite, but she also thought that she was finna get a bag. And the only bag she got, like Simply Beautiful said, was that diaper bag because Martell was left with nothing. You see all this, that man went and did that to an innocent family.
Yeah.
And I don't see how people would give him all that money before he even start the project. Well, maybe he did start it. I don't know, but I don't know all the particulars, but we're going to find out because I think Pinky got some more documents. But anyway, we definitely going to find out. But yes, this girl, even if she did it out of spite, it backfired big time on her. You know what? And that's just fine. That girl, it has everything that her and Martell did has backfired on them. Martell thought he was playing with somebody that he could just manipulate, and he was getting manipulated all the time. This girl did, she knew exactly what she was doing. She could say, oh, I was young and I didn't have a father in my life and A, B, C, and D. And she sat there and said Martell was an alpha parent. So that lets us know that she don't know what she's talking about. She says she's Melody's bread and butter. So you can't believe anything that's coming out of her mouth. To me, you just can't believe it. But anyway, I don't know. I just think she was talking. And then I think that last video was basically around the time that she found out about Sheree. So she was saying all that bad stuff about Martell then. And then she let us know, okay, well, I did have it out of spite, have the baby out of spite. Come on, Knox. Come on. Girl, why in the world? And then a judge would actually let this woman be around kids that's not her. That just baffles me. How in the world they would not prevent this woman from coming near any kid? They need to be checking out her own home. In my opinion, something is just not right.
Yeah, because little Miles, you know what I mean? The baby seeing ghosts and goblins and everything else in that house. They need to come out and check that house out.
That's what I'm saying.
The demons.
And then Martell sit there and let his children go around this woman, knowing what kind of mouth she got now, and all that stuff be coming out her mouth. And I know people nobody like to talk about any kids, but I would not want my kids around her kids. I'm just gonna be honest. But anyway, that's just me. Seeing the way she sit up and allow them to listen to all that vulgar stuff come out of her mouth. And then I bet you she gonna be surprised when that kid start cursing. And it's gonna start coming out of his mouth because that's all she be doing is cursing. So I don't know. And then Martell, oh, she's a good mother. And then he sits there and sign off on that stuff. And he's lying too. He know. Well, he got tricked. That's all I can say. And now he
knows she's not a good mother. But again, he can't say it because the day he does, everything else that he done told her, she coming. So you know what
Yeah.
I mean? She really better be careful because she's the one that holds a lot of his secrets, and she better hope he don't do something to her one day.
But
Because
they both going to get the clean because they
oh
done done
yeah,
enough.
that's why they
They gonna get the
that's
clean
why they on
clean.
the screen. Hold on one second, Hannah. Let me make sure this Simone. Simone, is this you?
Yes, ma'am.
Hey, Simone, how are
Hi,
you?
how are you?
Pretty good, pretty good. Okay,
Good.
go ahead, Hannah Grace. Hannah
Well,
Grace,
yeah.
call him a clown again, Hannah. I love
Oh,
your videos.
girl. Hey,
He
I
said
just
he's
what
a
Marie say.
clown.
Clown. That's what I thought. Clown. He a big one. That guy. But
I
it ain't no
love it.
joke what he's doing. And then Melody, I'm glad to see her coming back out because I guess she got.
Yes.
I'm pretty sure she got encouragement from people saying, "Don't say nothing. We got you. We see what's
Yes.
going on." And then that lady still came out the next day, sitting in a car, running her mouth again. And from what I hear, she was over there talking real vulgar. I'm gonna have to go listen to that when she was sitting in the car waiting on her daughter. Did y'all see that video?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
Mhm.
they said she was
Yep.
over there talking real vulgar then. But I'm gonna go over
Mm-hmm.
there and look at it. But anyway, girl, they tired me. But yeah, check out the rest of them documents because y'all gonna be surprised. That man
Mm-hmm.
for him to trick somebody into and then knowing and remember now this was in July when he was still taking money from them people. Him and Melody had been separated since April, and he knew that he didn't have no license. He was still operating as if he did. But anyway, that's all I got. Then when we swing back around, I want to
Mm-hmm.
answer that next question.
Mm-hmm. Hannah Grace, everybody. Hannah Grace. When I tell you I cackle every time Hannah say clown. But I agree with you, Hannah. Except the one thing, she definitely had that baby out of spite. Even Cynthia on the screen comment said, "Now that I do believe she had that baby out of spite and hatefulness for males. She sure did. And if you're on a quest to be the wife and have the life of the wife and everything that the wife has done, having kids by this man and all of that, it was absolutely spite. Any woman, and I hate to say this, and I'm not just blaming it on the women because without the Negroes sleeping with them, it's not possible. But any woman that has a baby by a married man is doing it out of spite. Okay, any woman. So that I do agree with as well. Thank you for that comment, Cynthia. And thank you, Hannah Grace. We're gonna swing back around. We're not gonna be here too long, because I'm tired. But Aunt Debbie, oh, I'm sorry, Aunt Debbie. Give me 1 second. Teresa Wright, I'm sorry. Teresa Wright says something is missing in Coleslaw's family because you mean there is nobody who can put this girl in check. My aunt says she's an embarrassment to the entire family. Thank you for saying that because we have all asked that question. Now, Teresa, could it be that they are just tired? I don't know. I do think that somebody in her family has most likely tried to have a talk with her. But at some point, you got to throw your hands up and just, whatever comes to her, comes to her. And it's a shame that it has to be that way. But I just don't see people continuing on the quest of every time they talk to her 10 years later, girl, you still with him? Girl, the man said this. Well, the man said this year one, before year one. So, but I agree with you. I agree with you. They definitely need to go get your daughter. And, from what I see, Martell is typical of, some women. And I can't even call her that, but she's wrapped herself around everything concerning Martell Holt. And she may not even, other than see a sister here and there, whatever, it don't seem like she do much but try to act like Mel's kids are hers and be around Martell and act like she cooking and her whole life now. She's finessed herself into this. But thank you so much, Teresa. I also wanted to say, see Rich, welcome, welcome, welcome to the Cutie Crew. And Kathy Johns, welcome to the Cutie Crew as well. Cutie Crew, I was gonna say maybe we can try to have a members only tomorrow, but it'll be like Monday or Tuesday. But thank you. Let me go ahead and play my little thing here.
What did I say for you? Tell them to bring me my money.
Thank you again, and thank you to Kathy Johns as well as C Rich for joining the Cutie crew. Thanks, Teresa. All right, real quickly, I got mail up a different way. Let me stop sharing it this way, and let me share it this way because I got some people backstage. Hold on. Neva P, is that you? Neva P. Uh-oh, did I add you? Is that you, Neva?
Yes, it is. Hi, everyone.
Hey, Neva. Thanks for joining us. And Red Ann. Red Ann, is that you?
Girl, yes, that picture.
Ooh, child.
Chit Chat trying to make us sick. I just looked at that screen. Oh my God.
That's nauseous.
Y'all know sometimes I'm going to get you now. But thank you, ladies, for joining me. Shout out again to 1.3K watching. Please make sure to hit the like button. Shout out to the replay gang, and shout out to those in the bushes and the chat. Let me get old Petty Betty off the screen. But Aunt Debbie, your thoughts, Aunt Debbie. Mel being a survivor, Carlos being a liar, Martell possibly putting them paws on AC. And if we can say this on Debbie, did she deserve it? If it's true, your thoughts.
Well, first of all, she did have that baby out of spite and asked for a meal ticket. That's what I believe. This just my opinion, allegedly. Yeah, she had that baby out of spite to spite Mel. She thought that was gonna hurt Mel, and then she also used that baby for a meal ticket. She thought Martell had some LeBron James money, and she was gonna be in the big house, and she was gonna walk around. But she ended up getting a booby prize. He broke as a joke, just like her, you know. But now she's sad. Do I believe that he put hot paws on her? Yes, I do. I believe he do it whenever he resent her and get mad and get angry. He probably knocks upside the wall or her head or whatever he could knock. You know, they said the baby run down the street. Allegedly, this what I heard now. The baby run out in the street and he caught the baby and slapped her to the ground. You know, so they said he slapped her in the gym. She done got slapped twice this week.
Allegedly. I know.
Allegedly now. Allegedly, in my opinion, that's what I heard now. Do I feel bad for her? No, I don't feel bad for her, because that's what she signed up for. She get on there. Anything he tell her, she come and tell Nate, and they put it out to the public, you know. Arionne just getting her karma. That's all. She getting her karma. She sat up there. She mad with Mel. I don't know what for, but she mad with her because Mel is doing well, and she not doing nothing. And then she thought when she had that baby, that baby was going to be included with the other children, which is not true. I don't know why she thought that. See, that's where the delusion come in right there. The girl is cray-cray. She don't have a good brain. She and you know, I don't know if an ant have brains, but I assume they don't. And that's why she don't have none of her head. That's why she an ant. She just
Did you say an ant, Aunt Debbie?
An ant, yes, ma'am. An ant. She's sick, you know, and she running around trying to do it and running around Martell, my man, like she got something. Girl, you don't even have nothing. I'd be ashamed to say that's my man. And then he around here allegedly scheming and taking people money, telling me he gonna fix their house, ain't fixed nothing, to con them folks out their money. I'm gonna tell you something. He gonna run into the wrong one. People don't play about their money. Martell better watch herself, you know. You're doing too much. And then what she got going for herself? She talk about everybody, but she at home sitting on the couch and don't have no job and no money, and don't even have the proper food to feed her kids. She waiting for a mail to drop some off for her kids so her kids can eat. And that's
Aunt Debbie, that's what I was just about to say. She thought she had a meal ticket, and the ex-wife got to send meals to the house. Still. How you have a meal ticket and the ex-wife still sending meals over to the house? It was because of meal that Martell was eating then as well as now, but she thought she had a meal ticket. Go ahead, Debbie.
That just make that make sense. But she always talking about mail. But what's she doing? And then she always talking about. I remember when she said she want a car like what Mel had, that pretty car Mel bought, the truck, Jeep, or whatever you call it.
The
I
G-Wagon.
want one. Yeah, the G Wagon. That's what it is. I want one of them. Mel Martell bought her that. Martell ain't bought that girl that car. That girl bought her own car. Cause she know how to get up and work to get her a car, whatever kind of car she want. You sitting over there talking about you want one, but you don't get up to do nothing. You don't even have a bicycle, but you sitting up talking about what somebody should give you. What makes you think? What make you think, that you should have the finer things in life and don't have to work for them? That's what I don't understand about her. And then she told me, she got up in there. I guess she was in Martell car allegedly the other day, getting on there talking all that crazy stuff. Girl, go sit down. You don't have nothing of your own. Nothing of your own.
She definitely had to let it be known that was that Denali truck. And it's like, girl, again, the only person that's impressed is you. You still.
How you gonna be impressed with somebody else's crap? It ain't yours.
Right, but we looking at you like you're crazy because you still sitting in the truck after all these years, after everything that we've seen, after everything this man has said about you. You still want to be seen with him? Go ahead.
And don't have nothing to show for it. Only thing he buy you is some some Skittles and Lifesavers. Talking about a gym. Then got to the gym. Y'all over there fighting in the gym. Folks working out and y'all over there clowning in the place. I'm the owner. I ban both of y'all. Don't come back here with that mess. I'm telling you now to put them out and told them don't come back here no more. You're not welcome. They got problems. Both of them got, they unstable in the head. Who want to be bothered with them? She can't even go nowhere around town. She don't have no friends, no job, no money. She don't have nothing but what he give her, and he ain't got nothing to give her because he ain't got nothing. And you still gonna sit there and wait for him to give you something. When you gonna get up and get a job and do something for yourself? You got 2 kids. You can't sit around and hope waiting for Mel to bring some food for your kids all the time, because that's gonna run out. Cause
hold on 1 second. Millie Chan. Hey, Millie. Millie say, okay, I love Aunt Debbie. Hey, Millie Chan, thanks for stopping by. Appreciate you. Aunt Debbie said a bike, child. She ain't even got a bike. Do you hear me? Lord, have mercy. Go ahead, Aunt Debbie. And thanks, Millie Chan, for stopping through.
When you gonna get up and do something? She don't do nothing but talk, run that mouth. What she need to do is get them braces off her teeth and take them braces and sew her mouth up and shut up. I'm so sick of that girl. This has been years of talk and no action. She gonna do this. She gonna do nothing.
Well, Aunt Debbie, what do you think is going on with the little baby shark teeth? Because I have never in my life seen somebody that need braces for damn near a decade. Your thoughts,
girl,
on Debbie?
I think that girl, she got them braces and now she don't have no money to get them off. And if she don't have the money to get the braces off, she don't have no money to keep up the maintenance on it. So she's stuck like Chuck. But she ain't trying to get them off because she ain't trying to get up to make no money to get them off.
Now, wait a minute, Aunt Debbie. I got to stop you again. That is straight up Chicago. Aunt Debbie, did you say stuck like Chuck?
She is.
Ooh,
she been stuck for 10 years.
Used to say that.
Really?
Yes.
Who was that? Bravo? You said who used to say it?
My grandma, because she was from Chicago. My aunts and all of them. They used to say that.
That's a Chi-Town thing. Hold on, Aunt Debbie.
If you don't know by now, I'm talking about Chi-Town. Yeah.
I had to represent. Yes, that is Chi-Town all the way. I see y'all laughing about the baby shark teeth and stuck like Chuck. Hashtag stuck like Chuck in the comment section. Thank you, Pastor. Go ahead on Debbie.
Now, she trying to do nothing. She won't even get up and get a job so she can get the maintenance on her teeth. That show you how she don't even care about herself. How can she care for them children? Everything for Martell. And Martell don't care nothing about her. He just using her. Using her in more ways than one to do the dirty work, be the nanny, the maid, the cook, everything. A sex
The hoe.
slave, in my opinion, allegedly.
All right, Aunt Debbie,
Talk
but
to
you
her
know you
like
gotta
she not
change the,
nothing.
you know you gotta change some of the wording for me, Aunt Debbie. Go ahead.
That poor thing is terrible. You know, she needs, like I say, she needs to go on down to the local clinic,
Ooh,
mental
child.
health center, and get her some help, get an evaluation, get assessed, get diagnosed, get her some medicine, get herself
Yeah.
together. You know, cause how long you gonna live like this? Is we gonna be seeing her 10 years from now sitting in the same
Mm-hmm.
spot?
Mm-hmm.
In the same truck.
And that same truck tooted up in that same marital bed, child. Mm-mm-mm.
All that's gonna break down. You know, don't nothing last forever. You know, you done had a free lunch. You just gonna wear it out, huh? I couldn't be with no man, and he don't have no money. I don't have no money. We spoke both sitting around with lint in our pockets.
Not lunch.
I'm
Not the
going to give me some. I'm give me a job. I don't know about you, but I can't
period.
live like this. You know,
Mm-mm.
and
Period.
she think that's cool. It's not cool. You
It's
know,
not.
you don't have nothing to show for nothing. You have to wait till he give you a handout of crumb. You eating off somebody else's plate. When you gonna want your own plate?
Mm-hmm.
She can't go buy a hamburger from White Castle.
Mm.
Okay, dog. Hold on, Aunt
And then
Debbie. Hold on 1 second. Let me say hello to my little sis, Trending. And Trending, I am so sorry, little sis. I did not know you was going live until I went live. So I made sure to tell everybody, head to your channel so we can get that recap. I was gonna head over there, but then I learned that it is a recap of episode 1, and I'm watching that once we're done because I haven't been able to watch it. So, and I was outside yesterday. But sorry, little sis, you know I would have scheduled it later or earlier or something. But keep up the great work. Go ahead, Aunt Debbie, and then after Aunt Debbie, we do have Simone.
and while she's sitting over there, Mel done bought a TV station, adding on more products, making more money, done model some beautiful clothes, and they done sold out. What you doing? Sitting over there talking about Mel. Girl, get you a life. Get you some help. You know, just stop being a fool for a man and grow a brain. Lord, where's her mama, her family? They probably tired of her too. Because if anything, they done tried to talk to her and she's saying, but he loved me. I
Mhm.
love him. You big dummy. You love being broke.
Ow. Ooh,
I don't have no love for nobody and them sitting around broke. You to match you my man, we ain't got no money. But you love me. You love me, you'll get out and get a job. She's a fool. That's all I got to say. She need to quit talking about women. And she need to look at herself.
thanks.
And that poor baby over there seeing ghosts. He's scared to
Lord,
go in another room. And
mm-mm-mm.
she gonna tell me the ghost went home. Go on in there. He said, But what I don't like about her, she didn't even go in there and reassure him there was nothing in there. But she
Yeah,
a good
didn't
mom.
check. Yeah,
I don't
yeah.
like her. I don't like her. I just can't stand that girl. And I'm tired of her getting on there talking about what she gonna do and what she got and she that bitch and all. I'm so sick of all of that. I want her to go sit down. Go to the hospital and get you some help.
Mm-hmm. Please, ASAP, ASAP. Well, Arionne Curry, if you are listening, the legend that is also known as Aunt Debbie has just given it to you real and raw, like she does every time. You may want to listen to somebody. As far as content creators, we gonna talk about it because, like I said, they can put out whatever. We gonna run straight to the bank with it. But listen to somebody. But this is not about giving her advice because, as I put in the title of this, Arionne deserves it. Whatever karma comes her way, all of the above. You can't intentionally, for me, hurt people, hurt another woman, a wife, as well as those children, for her to ever get pity from me. And I know you're not giving a pity, Aunt Debbie. I know that you just speaking facts. But she not gonna
Now,
listen. She not
I don't
gonna
have no
listen.
pity for her. I
Yeah,
believe whatever come her way, she deserves it. Because
exactly.
after all the what she did to another woman, and then talk about the lady children and all that kind of stuff,
Mhm.
whatever come her way, she deserves it. Get it all. I just don't want to stand by her when the lightning strike,
No, no, we
cause she
won't be
gonna get
back
hers.
for real.
I don't want to be. I don't like. I wouldn't want to be around a person like that, cause they got
Yeah,
demons on them, and I wouldn't want them to jump off on me.
Mm.
No
that's
way.
right.
Amen.
That's right. That's right. Aunt Debbie in the building. Thank you, Aunt Debbie. We definitely gonna try to swing back around. We're not gonna be too much longer, but I do appreciate each and every one of you for joining me on this Saturday. It's evening now for some of you all. I'm still afternoon, but I appreciate you guys. If you did not hit the like button, please go ahead and do so, as well as shout out to my cutie mods, shout out to the cutie crew, shout out to each and every cutie that is in the building watching this live. And are we gonna go ahead and take it over to Simone? Simone, your thoughts. We had a couple things we discussed. Mel being a survivor. Did you like how she came back on the scene? I loved hearing Survivor in her story. Carlos line, Martell allegedly doing what he do, putting them paws on Baby Shark do. And then does Ariane deserve it as far as the pity, the karma? I mean, not the pity, but the karma and everything else. Your thoughts, Simone?
Oh yeah, I absolutely love Mel's response. Loved it. That song was perfect. She did that perfectly. That's why she's a marketing genius. So I'm glad, and I've been praying for her and her children this week after hearing that awful call between between the bird and Nay. As far as uh Bird deserving it, she deserves every drop of her. I can't say what she deserves to get taken care of, as far as I'm concerned, multiple times because of the to make fun of someone's abuse, as well as that CC's too. I'm talking about both of them. That is inexcusable. You have to think about what you're discussing. And I'm not saying we should tell you or any other content creator what you should talk about, but that right there is a violation. Not only a violation of just morally, but it's a violation of our community guidelines as far as I'm concerned. And what I did, I don't care about saying I reported her ass because I did not like that. I think that was horrible. As far as them ghosts, little boy saying he ain't seeing no ghost. Those are demons chasing after his mama and daddy. That's what that little child is seeing. Children see things like that we may not be able to see. That I'm a firm believer of that. He's not seeing no ghosts. He knows exact. Well, he may not understand what he's seeing, but that's what he's seeing.
Those are
It was
spirits.
yeah, because his mother and father, he has an incubus and a succubus for a mother and father. He ain't got nothing
Mm.
but legions running around there. They match to each other perfectly, and they're going to tear each other apart inch by inch. That's what they're in the process of doing right now. And as far as her, you know, being assaulted by the her incubus, hey, I could care less. I could care less. And hopefully next time she'll get a lick in, hit him with one of them barbells or something at the dang on gym.
Oh,
Yeah.
child. Ooh,
Now, as far and I mean to say this, I forget you're from Chicago. I don't know. I've spent many summers up there with my aunt, uncle, my cousins. I don't know which side you're from, but there I was on West 82nd
South
Place in
side.
Damon.
South
Okay,
side. That's
okay.
south side. South.
Baby,
SOUF.
I
South
knew that's why
side.
I love you. Your voice is straight Chicago. Oh my God, I love Chicago. But anyway, um, it was something I wrote down. What was it? I think that's it. I ain't gonna stay up here too long. But it just sickened me. I mean, I didn't expect to hear what I heard this week. I typically don't listen to that. From here on out, I blocked her. I don't. I click the button that says "Do not recommend channel." I don't want to hear anything. I don't care if it's good, bad, or indifferent. I don't want to hear anything from that Nay person because I think she's despicable, along with that bird. Because that's something she could have blocked out. She could have left a little, little stuff, the little gossipy stuff in there. But that right there, that was inexcusable. That was a total violation. And,
Mhm.
she gets what she gets. As far as I'm concerned, I hope, she gets her channel taken. That to me, I could care less. We can all sit up here and talk and yin yang about whatever. And that's fine. We don't have to like it. We don't have to listen. But that right there, speaking on alleged possible abuse,
Mhm.
that was I couldn't do it anymore. I don't even want to hear her voice. I don't even.
Mhm.
It was horrible. And as
It
far as I'm just
triggered
saying,
it triggered a lot of women and men, I should say. And I totally agree with you. There's no
mhm,
place for that. You don't re-victimize somebody. You don't speculate on something like
exactly.
that. You know what I mean? But
Hmm.
as Mel said, she's a survivor. She took her power back, and a lot of women that spoke out. It took us a while. This week, we was live for hours, and they've taken their power back too. But yeah, I totally agree. That should have never ever come out. I see you guys. Jeffrey Manor, Chi-Town represent. Somebody else said Southside in the house. Somebody else said 82nd. Where? A lot of
West 82nd
West 82nd for you. And somebody
and
else in the chat
Damon.
said somewhere around there too. I can't find it right now. But shout out
West.
to all of
Hmm.
the Chicagoans.
I spent
Um,
many a summer up there, West 82nd and Damon.
yes, that's not
Hmm.
too far from where I grew up. I grew
Hmm.
up in the Gresham
So is
neighborhood.
that West Side or South Side? I don't know.
That's South Side. That's
Oh,
South Side.
okay, okay.
Yes, ma'am. South
But I
Side.
did
That's
want
right
to say
there.
this. I did want to
Go
say
ahead.
this. I agree with what you're saying, but I also agree with Miss Hannah and Miss Debbie. I think it
Mhm.
was a little bit of both because you got to think about it. And I'm sick of her talking about how young she is. Her ass ain't that young.
Period.
That generation, she's part of that whole generation of women, those what do you call basketball wives, those
Mhm.
the groupies. They do get pregnant because you hear, if you listen to any of these little hip hop YouTubers, podcasts, whatever, they do try to get pregnant to get a bag. They do.
Mhm.
Now I do think that she did it out of spite, no doubt, but I think it was a dual, situation. I think it was that, and I think she, because he was, I mean, they were millionaires. They were
Yeah.
millionaires. They had
Mhm.
a wonderful business, a successful business. They were doing good work. They did good work. They had good reviews. So I
Mhm.
think she's like, okay, he's paying my rent. He done bought me a BMW. So I think it was a combination of both of them. I think it was money too, and why she's staying so long. That's what makes her such a incredulous person, because
Yeah.
in the last 2 years, her ass should have been gone. She should have, after she see this nigga
Period.
broke, go bye. She should have
Yeah.
gone about her business. I don't say she had to move, but she could have broken this thing off if she wanted to. But she's
Mhm.
stupid because she's believing his lies. And he's probably, selling her wolf tickets. Oh, I'm about to get a bag here, bag there. No, now she clearly sees that he was the dumb dumb because he
Mhm.
can't recreate what he did with Mel. Mel has outdone herself from what
Yeah.
since she's been divorced. So
Mhm.
she, why she's staying, that makes her just pitiful and stupid. But I
Mhm.
do believe it's a combination because that's what these you hear if you listen to some of these podcasts, the guys are talking about, I take the condom with me. Take the condom because these girls, they will get the turkey
Oh,
baster.
oh yeah, that's what I was
Mm-mm.
just gonna say. Even with that, they not safe. Even with
So
that, they not safe. So, and look,
exactly.
I
So
totally agree with that. But I do think that with her being on a quest to continue to hate Mel, I think that was
hmm
top of the list. I think there was jealousy that
yeah.
Mel was pregnant again. Look, you know about me, and you got the nerve to get pregnant by your husband. You know what I
hmm
mean? So I think it was a whole lot, but absolutely, she did say Martell was the brains back then.
Yeah.
So she thought money was gonna come with it.
hmm hmm But thank you for having me, and I'm gonna
You
drop
are
down.
welcome, Simone. It's good to hear your voice again. I know you joined me before. I
Mhm.
appreciate you. Thank you for
I
that.
just love you too.
Thank
But
you. Love
Bye,
you too.
Simone.
It's
bye.
so
Bye.
it's so much wisdom. It's so much wisdom out here in these YouTube streets with women that can give you game. If you're getting game ran on you, it's so many women that could, give you a peep into game. And when I say game, I mean knowledge and wisdom and living life. And as my mama used to say, the bridges you're trying to cross, I done already been across them. But Simone is absolutely right. I don't even know if Arionne, because she old now, child, old and a linebacker. But so I don't even know if I can call her a part of this generation, but that generation that that love and hip hop want to be a star. And yeah, I don't care you married. I'm gonna go and do it too. Ariane, Deja, the one who did it with the baseball player Tim Anderson. Deja is still taunting the wife, and his wife is currently pregnant. So those the type that what I mean. Them pause, like Simone said, need to happen a couple times, because you just not a believer. You just not a
Hmm.
believer. But thank you again, Simone. Next up is Neva P. Hey, Neva.
Hey,
You
Chit Chat and everyone in panel.
hey, what's your thoughts?
Um, I hate to give Ariane or Martell any time, but I will say that Ariane is getting everything she wanted. Everything she wanted, she's got it. And Martell, I don't think that he really wants Melanie or her, but I think Ariane is like, she can't be that dumb. She's probably seeing everything that he's doing to Mel and don't
Mm-hmm.
want that unleashed on her because she's sitting in it and know what he's capable of. So that's what I think about Martell and Arion. I just, as far as Mel, I just am so proud of her that she did not come out and say anything about anything, regardless whether it is true or isn't true. That is
Mm-hmm.
just, she has nothing to say about that. And I'm glad how she's handling it. She's looking forward and she's continuing to stay forward. Let them do what they do because every so often you see those two, because they're not getting any attention, is going to come
Mm-hmm.
out with something.
So while you're on that, Neva P, because that's what I put in my commentary. And I'm sorry, I meant to say this before I let you go. Miss Mellow Love, thank you so much for joining me. She said that hello, Chit Chat crew. First time poster, but long time subscriber. Thank you for both. Thank you for being a long time subscriber as well as dropping down and chit chatting. For those that are watching from the bushes, drop down. I promise you, 98.9% of us are just cool people. We respectful. We allow people to have differences of opinions. So drop down and chit chat. But thank you, Miss Mellow Love. Neva P. With you saying that they put stuff out there, I put that in my commentary. Do you think that this latest story of him allegedly or they both putting paws on each other, do you think that was a ploy to get people talking? Or do you think that, because I think, mark y'all calendars, Mimosas with Melody is the 30th. Watch something happen the 28th or the 29th where they want to
I
take over the timeline. Go ahead,
Oh,
Neva.
I agree with you, Chit Chat, 100%. Like I said, every so often, but I do believe that it's a ploy, but it also both can be true. They
That's
could
true.
be, both can be true, because when they're not getting any attention, and when people are not on either one of their sides, they always come out with something, and it gets more gutter, more gutter. Every time something comes out, it's more gutter.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm just like, no, I just don't want to even give them any of my time because they're relentless and they just want to be talked about. It's just ridiculous. She's a joke. She knows she's a joke, and he's irrelevant. And neither one of them like the position that they're in. And that's the way that I look and see them. I mean, they're just irrelevant. When you look at him now, chit chat, he doesn't even look the same, does he?
He does not. Absolutely
No, he
not.
does not even look the same. He is tortured. And he's probably tortured because of himself, but also tortured because he actually ended up with Arionne.
Mhm.
And Mel is gone on about her business and not giving him the time of day. He
Yeah.
probably doesn't even see her. I think he drops the kids off at school and he picks them up from school, right? I don't even think he even sees her, right?
I don't think it's as often as most would probably believe. But look,
Right,
he's a man, and a man is
right,
not going to turn down majority of them. No
right.
free arse, okay? So I think that when he ready to do his due with her, because
Yeah,
he's still doing it with other people, and
yeah.
she gonna stay on the race because she want us to think that it's materialized into something. It's not just that.
Mm-hmm.
Still with me? No, he not. The man said y'all friends just
Right.
a couple weeks ago on Tasha K. He said y'all friends, girl. And I'm gonna show my face in a Denali or anything else. No, sir.
Well, chit chat, maybe we heard him say that. Maybe she didn't hear him say that.
Yeah, child. She young, her ears young too, like them young teeth, them young little baby teeth. Yeah, she didn't hear it. She didn't hear
Yeah,
peasant. She didn't
right.
hear
She didn't
peasant.
even,
She didn't hear
right. She didn't hear
50%.
peasant either. She didn't
No,
hear
low life.
peasant.
Yeah.
And she thought we was gonna go, and she thought we what didn't hear when her son said it was ghosts in that house. She thought we didn't hear that.
Mm-mm. And like Aunt Debbie
We
said,
heard it.
we heard it. But you know what? Like Aunt Debbie said, to not even get up and reassure, uh,
Exactly.
ghosts and spirits are different for me.
Right.
I do believe that baby saw something. But let's
Right.
say he would have said it's a monster.
Right.
Most parents gonna get up. Oh, let me see. Oh, okay, ain't no monster in here. You
And let's
okay?
go get him out of here. We're gonna go
Right.
get that monster out of here.
She ain't nothing, child. That polar miles over there just going through it. But go ahead, Neve. Polar miles.
That's all I had for them, but I wanted to congratulate you as well, Chit Chat, for your new beginnings.
Oh, thank you so much. I need to sit my tail down. I'm just gonna say that. But it has been a whirlwind. So
Mm-hmm.
as with anything, it's a lot that even myself, I haven't come out and said everything. Now
Right.
I may let loose like I did in that members only this week, child. I
Girl,
done
Chit
throw
Chat.
down.
My
Yes.
husband was like, "What?" Chit Chat. My
Oh
husband was
no,
like,
you have to husband. Listen, girl.
no, he wasn't listening to the whole thing.
Okay.
He heard me laughing. He was like, "What are
Oh,
you doing?"
Mine too.
child,
He was
look.
like, "What are you doing?"
Look, sometimes it happened. So it's been a whirlwind, and it has been, God has blessed me. So financially, I'm cool, but it hasn't been easy.
Of course.
Yeah, Mel may not have said it, but I said most of us that find ourselves in this situation, yeah, we probably did not want to divorce our husbands.
Right.
Yeah, we probably do still have love for them, but we chose ourselves. So for that and this new beginning, I absolutely feel amazing, and there are no regrets for me. As with Mel, I pulled the plug, okay? And if I
Mm-hmm.
wanted to stay in it, I'd be like Ariane, child. Only difference is I would have been the wife, though.
Right.
But
But Chit Chat, some people forget Chit Chat. You stay for. There's a reason that people do. Some people just don't get enough. But some people, when you have things invested, like businesses, money, things,
yeah,
you got.
yeah.
It's not easy to say, girl, you should go ahead and just leave him, and you roll out the next day. It don't work like that. You
They
had a
don't.
lifetime. She had a lifetime. She explained that. I mean, you know
Yeah.
what I'm saying? So I agree with you. And I'm glad that you just moving on and you got, you moving on and your patio looks beautiful.
Oh, thank you. That was Amazon just dropped off the base to my. I ordered one of those solar umbrellas that light up at night.
Oh, yeah, that's
So
pretty.
yeah, they got to bring that too. But thank you. I feel good. And I had to say this to child is still soon to be ex until I get them papers.
Right.
But I even had to tell him I'm so glad that I came back to this place because this was the start of what turned out to be the broken promises. So when I
Mm-hmm.
relocated from Chicago, I relocated to Vegas to join him. And
Mm.
after everything that went on for 10 years, I'm back at the beginning. So I feel really, really good. And
New
I feel
beginnings.
different. I feel
Yep.
different now. If I could stay out these restaurants and stop eating, but baby, that body gonna be banging by the summer, okay?
That's good. That's why I put in that chat the other day. I love the original chit chat.
Yes, thank you. Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you
So
so much for
yeah,
having me up.
thank you, Neva P. I love me some you. Thank you for that. I'm over here just a smiling. Thank you, Cassie. And shout out to any woman that's chosen themselves. You know what I mean? Yes, it's easy to stay. It's easy to stay. And I'm definitely gonna move on and we'll get to Red Ann. But I know in my case, he didn't want it. And
Right.
we know in Mel's case, Martell didn't want it. Most times they don't want it. Any other man that go out here and fool around or whatever the case. And I had to even tell him, well, that's crazy that you would say that, but was doing what you was doing. You wanted
Well,
it.
well, chit chat. They don't believe that you're going to actually do
Oh,
it.
I
That's the
know. Oh,
thing.
I know. I know. I know.
They can walk out that door at any time, but when a woman do it, they flabbergasted. They can't
Yes.
believe it.
Yes, yes. And look, I'll tell anybody. Thank you, Red Ann, because I was just about to say something similar. But Red Ann put love yourself first before you can
Hmm.
expect someone else to love you. Facts
Right.
and facts.
Amen.
And then also love me enough to leave me. Don't love
Hmm.
me enough that I wouldn't have never left you. I ain't want the
Hmm.
divorce. I didn't leave. You put me out or whatever. Don't love me like that, but still do the things that you was doing. No, sir. No, sir. And indigo, it has passed. But I'm gonna get off myself. We'll talk more about that in members only. I can't wait till Monday. Oh shoot. Well, maybe I'll go tomorrow. Go to my P.O. box and see if I got my paperwork. But if not, I'll be calling them courts again Monday. What's up? What up though? With that sign the
Thank you
paperwork.
for having me up.
You're welcome, Neva. Thank you for joining me. And we're going to go on down to Red Ann. Shout out to the chat. Thank you guys so very much. I feel really, really good. Really good. So thank you guys. It wasn't easy, but it had to be done. So, but thank you. All right, Red Ann. You are up, sis. Sis, you ain't go to the gym. I know you well, Red Ann, that's not your real name, so they don't know. I know you're local. Do we need to stake out at the gym? Is there footage of this alleged pause being put on? What's your thoughts? Have you ever seen her, Red Ann, anywhere? Red Ann? Red Ann? Bravo, you off mute. Can you hear me?
Yes.
Okay. All right. Red Ann probably driving, child. Red Ann, where are you?
She's in the chat.
I know. I just saw. I got her comment highlighted. Red Ann. I'm gonna kick you from backstage. Come back up. Come back up. Okay. Now, Braylon, I don't know if you spoke on and give us a male's perspective of your thoughts on a woman having a baby, going so far as having a baby out of spite. We do know
Sure.
that Mr. Martell wasn't, they say, in the room or anything else. He made her have a DNA test. He didn't want the
Mm-hmm.
baby. From a male's point of view, do
Sure.
you think that a man will eventually And we got red and. But go ahead, Braylon. Have respect for a woman that basically trapped him.
I think that is in the eye of the beholder, just like beauty chit chat. I appreciate you believing I have the capacity, capability, comprehension at 29 to say this on behalf of men, but listen, I'm still growing myself. But no, I think with that being said, I think that's up to that man. But any man that I know that has raised me would be putting hands on me, even though they ain't my daddy, they're my daddy in my village. Um,
Mm.
and that's just because that they expect more out of me. And I'll put it to you like this. Her nickname is AC. That mental AC ain't working at all.
Mm.
Mm.
At all. I mean, for you to it's almost like it's almost like it's being 100 degrees outside and you putting on a black hoodie and black sweatpants and wondering why
Make
you
it
hot
plain, Braylon. Make it plain.
when
Go
when
ahead.
you control the temperature. I'm just saying. And by the way, since we're talking about ghosts, I contacted Casper's black uncle Jasper, and
Oh
he
Mm-hmm.
Lord.
said that they don't visit, unfriendly houses. Then I had to
Lord
talk to
Jesus.
then I had to talk to Roz in Monsteropolis, with
Oh
Mike
my God.
Wazowski and Sully. They said that they don't go to that house because they don't laugh at all. And then Ghostbusters was like, listen,
What
we
the
have
world?
saved a lot of ghosts. We have sucked in a lot of ghosts, rather saved a lot of people, but some people just need to be left where they at. So I called all
Oh
three of them,
no.
and that's
So
what.
you don't think that
Listen,
they not gonna get the ghost out of baby
no,
Miles'
no.
house?
Well,
Oh Lord.
Tisha, I wonder I asked that same question. When you can give an answer on why you staying with a man that will never be responsible for what you do, but yet you can drag somebody where there's smoke, there's fire, and with your relationship, when Carlos asked if there was cheating going on, there was a back and forth game with go Kimmy, go Mel, and you didn't respond to them, but you could respond to Stormy. When you answer that question, teacher, I answer your question. But to back on the point about having a child
Wait a
out
minute,
west.
Braylon. If they didn't hear Tisha's question, Tisha asked, "What is going on?" And Braylon just told the child. Braylon hit her with a kiki.
Now listen, I
What?
am a gentleman. I would never do that to a woman. God forbid telling a black woman what to do, but I would never do that. But basically, in so many words. But no, back on this, right? I look at it like this. Just because you're 24 years old doesn't mean you don't have responsibility. Whether
Mm.
you are a family of one or you a family of four, you still have responsibilities to attend to. My mom has a rule, and I will never forget. She said, "Braylon, I don't care if I'm 100 and you 99. I am still your mama. That means whether I make it on TV or I don't make it on TV. That ain't my partner. That ain't my friend. That's my mama."
That's right.
And so I think that, for a man to respect a woman that has trapped him sometime, and I'll put it like this: just because you go to Walt Disney World doesn't mean that you're going to enjoy your time, because life can still happen. You can still get an alert that somebody got in a car crash while you're at Disney World. You do realize that going to Disney World is expensive, right? So you can spend all the money that you can, make all the arrangements, do the best hotel, but guess what? Once you leave that Cinderella castle, you still got bills to pay. So don't
Mm.
cash a check that your ass can't cash.
Ooh,
And I'm done.
ooh,
Ooh.
child. Baby, Braylon just
Swallowed up. Have you ever been swallowed up? Have you gone through a time of swallowing?
Have you ever been swallowed up? Swallowed up?
Braylon just swallowed him up right there with them comments. He swallowed him up. Now, speaking of TD Jakes, Thursday, I believe it was Thursday, yes, while I was working, I watched the whole 2 hours of that interview that Queen Sheba did with Michelle Loud. If you
That was
guys did
something
not check
else.
it out, it was something else. And it just made me go to Cora Jake's page. Yeah. Cora, look, cry, cry. Cora, look,
Mm-hmm.
cry, cry. And Michelle is so, what is the word that I want to use to describe?
Poised.
Poised and all of the above. And prayers going out to her. I hope that she gets her son back. That is scandalous. Do you hear me? But she is going up against a machine. And I'm sure it has been hard to find legal representation that will go against TD Jakes and the powerhouse. Not him, it's but that's his daughter. The powerhouse that comes along with that. That is so sad. She was manipulated, all of the above, and I just hope that she get a child back. I think it'll probably be in their best
Mm-hmm.
interest to get that girl her baby back, because she don't
Right.
play. Now
Right.
she poised, but she don't play. And I think she at the point, especially with the allegations that came out. I don't know if there's still allegations, because I do believe that Cora's, I don't know if it's ex-husband or still husband, was officially charged. But
Uh-huh.
great interview. Shout out to Queen Sheba. I'm waiting for part two. It was
I am
excellent. It
too.
was excellent.
But
Yes.
Chit Chat, I think she was able to sit and talk with Queen Sheba so calmly is because of the therapy and the work that she's put in.
Mm,
I
mm,
really do, because I mean she did break down a few times, but
yeah.
you know, I would have been ready to pop off for real. But she
Mm-hmm.
spoke so calmly, very direct.
Mm-hmm.
Um, I mean, no swaying. I
No.
mean, her story did not sway at all.
Mm-mm.
At all.
Nope. All you got was truthful vibes. You know what I mean?
Absolutely.
Sometimes
Mm-hmm.
you could look at somebody that's telling their account of things, and you could give them the side eye, like, I don't know. I didn't do that, not once. Not once. I loved everything about it. I love Queen Sheba referencing parts of the Bible, and Michelle Lau being able to finish Queen Sheba's sentence. They were just so in tune. It was just an excellent interview. And yes,
Absolutely.
baby girl, Cora is going to reap what she has sown or done. Absolutely. Absolutely.
The one thing that I really loved about the
Hold on,
interview.
Braylon. Hold
Oh,
on. I
sorry.
gotta give Red Ann
No,
her
go right ahead.
time.
I'm sorry. My bad.
Reclaiming her time. Go ahead, Red Ann. Red Ann.
Oh, can you hear me?
I
Okay.
can
Okay. Honey, this phone. The question that you were asking before I had to drop down about the gym. That gym is in Madison, right? Madison does have um black people around, but it's predominantly clear. And those people probably don't even know who they are.
Mm-hmm.
So I believe if something like that happened and if the police were called, because it's Madison, if you're taken away in Madison, they send you to Morgan County, not Madison County. Madison County is Huntsville.
Okay.
So yeah, I really don't think anything happened, because
Mm-hmm.
I think he would have been booked in. Um, if the popo had been called,
If it
because
happened
they have a
there.
witness. Hmm.
Uh-huh. If
Yeah,
it
because they would
happened
have a
there
witness.
as well. Uh-huh.
Right.
Okay.
Right.
Okay.
Right. Now as far as the bobblehead,
Mm-mm.
do you remember? It was out there that she's she's had the little buns in the oven more than once. Um,
Mm-hmm.
she had one in the oven when Boss Baby
Mm-hmm.
when Melody was pregnant with Boss Baby, and Martell convinced her to do what he wanted her to do, right?
Mm-hmm.
So I believe, and this is just my opinion, I believe that Martell, of course he was telling her lies, feeding her lies. Oh, yeah, I just got to figure out how to get out of there. She's sleeping upstairs, I'm sleeping downstairs, or I'm sleeping upstairs, she's
Child,
sleeping
you
down.
know they
We're not,
use that.
yeah,
They
we're
use
we're we're
that,
not
baby.
sleeping together. But then
Uh-huh.
the monkey wrench came in when Melody ended up pregnant. And she knew then that he was lying.
Mm-hmm.
So she had to get her get back, her lick
Mm.
back. And
Mm.
that's what she did. I really believe that's what she did. After she found out that Melody was pregnant, she said, "Okay, I'm gonna get you. I'm gonna show you."
Mm-hmm.
And she ended up getting pregnant. And she
And
said she wasn't gonna get and
refuse.
wasn't gonna and refused to get rid of it.
Right. Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
I
Yeah.
agree.
Absolutely. But yeah, it was really, really good to see her at the local radio station.
Yes.
Um and Miss Tony Terrell is a real cool vibe radio personality here.
Mm-hmm.
And I really do believe, I mean, I think she's watched the show maybe, but she's really not about like the mess and stuff like that. So I don't know if you remember, there was an actual episode where they were both there previous
Mm-hmm.
with
Early on
her.
in the uh-huh.
Yes, yes. So I really do believe that, she probably don't want to have anything to do with him anymore and bringing him on to her show anymore.
Oh yeah, I wouldn't
Hmm.
blame her, you know? Yeah.
Right. Exactly. Um, I think that's it. I'll just kind of listen and chime in.
All right. Well, excellent, excellent points. Hey ADR. They still laughing about that bicycle that Undeppy said Ariane Curry is on chat. Red Ann, you've never seen her like in Publix or
Uh-uh.
Trader Joe's or
I
nowhere.
have
That
no.
girl's a
Uh-uh.
prisoner in her own
Have
home or wherever
never
she
s-
stays.
mm-mm, I've never seen her out. I've heard them say, "Oh, she shops at Publix or H&M, which is right there on Bridge Street." So it seems like the places that they go are not in North Huntsville. Let me put it like
Mm-hmm.
that.
Mm-hmm.
Because I think if they go into the North Huntsville side,
Mm-hmm.
people are going to notice them and probably record them and trash talk them and drag them. So I think they kind of stay in a certain radius, which is safe. And if they do
Yeah.
go out, it's a lot of times when people are at work,
Right,
that
right.
type of thing. But you have a lot of those clear people that where the husbands work and they're like stay-at-home moms, and I guess that's what she wants to do, and then that's why she goes to the gym and does the workouts and all that stuff, and people really don't know
Mm-hmm.
who they are.
Yeah, she only go to
Mhm.
the gym because of Martell. But Hannah Grace asks, "Do you know the gym name? The gym
Yeah, phase
name?
3, phase 3.
Phase 3 gym in Madison.
Phaze.
Okay, Phase 3 in Madison,
Madison, Alabama.
Alabama.
Hmm.
Anybody local, go ahead and sign up, child. You got them early hours. It seems like they go early hours. Sign up, get your workout on.
I went and looked
Um,
at it. They said it's always busy. It's always busy.
really. Mm,
Always busy. But I
yeah.
may need to go and do a Zumba class or something.
Yeah, come take a class, girl. Make sure you got that
Hmm.
phone right in your hand.
Right.
Make
Hmm.
sure. Make
Hmm.
sure. But
Yeah.
thank you, Red and Dr. Elise. Thank you so much. Dr. Elise is a member of the Cutie crew. Shout out again to the chat. We are still over 1K, 1,227 people watching. I appreciate you guys for this Saturday's edition of Huntsville Happening. And as the title says, we spoke on Mel being a survivor, Carlos a liar, Martell and AB user, and whether or not we feel if Martell did put them paws on Ariane, if we feel like she deserved it. I'm not gonna say deserve pause, but what I will say is karma will spin the block. And I do think that they are their own worst enemies.
Enemies,
Her
right?
and Martell,
Yeah.
they will be each other's
Mm.
downfall. Before we knew
Yeah.
what was to come when it comes to this audio or even Ariane clicking live. We already knew that once Mel was gone, that this girl was gonna be the downfall of him, and she has been. And they both deserve it. They
Do
do.
you remember? Do you remember that first time where they said that he was um um put in cuffs because of DV, and
Uh-huh.
then they went live. Do you remember
Uh-huh.
that?
I do.
And she was like, you ain't gonna two piece me if because you ain't gonna two piece me. I'm a two piece you back. So does that mean that y'all kind of do the Royal Rumble in public, in private?
Mm-hmm.
Those are the vibes that I got. In public, behind closed doors, it don't matter. I
Because
do
she
think
did
that
say
that
that.
happens.
She
But
did
I
say
do know
that.
this. No matter if she do put them paws on him, she can't handle him.
She
That's a man.
cannot. Mm-mm.
So yeah, if
Yeah,
paws
that's a
are ever
man.
Right.
right, if paws are
Exactly.
ever being put on, he is the aggressor. You know what I mean? He's a man.
Hey, hey, Chit Chat,
So
can I say something about the Michelle Loud
yep.
interview real quick?
Yep.
I
Hold on, Braylon. Hold on. Let me
sure.
give my little spiel because we're gonna do this. We're gonna go ahead and give everybody 2-3 minutes max to give your final thoughts, and that's what it will be for you as well, Braylon. So after Braylon, we'll go to Bravo. Go ahead, Braylon.
I just wanted to say on that Michelle Loud interview, I think that this will kind of some of my thoughts for this live of all the topics. Um, God can use anybody as a vessel. And I think that interview happened only because Queen Sheba knows who she is. And I
Mm-hmm.
think she made a space for the truth to be heard. You know,
Yeah.
um, there are some people in our community, especially young people specifically, that believe that if you go to community college or if you go to college and get a master's, a doctorate, bachelor's, associate's, PhD, um, that means you have intelligence. And that's not always
Mm-hmm.
necessarily true because we see Tisha has 3 degrees.
Mm.
And I think no, just saying, just saying. But also too, I think sometimes the biggest issues just require soul. And I think the reason why some people may feel like, well, Brian, if somebody's got problems, maybe they do need to go to a therapist with a PhD. Well, guess what? Just because somebody has a PhD doesn't mean that they have soul. Doesn't mean they don't understand how to relate. Doesn't mean they don't know how to connect. And I think with all the issues that we've recognized is that whether you have a PhD or you have no degree, all it takes is soul, responsibility, and care for what you do.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, much love, everybody.
Mm. That was the good old passer, Braylon Lee. And yeah, a lot of us have been educated and all of that, but there's also this thing really street smarts come into play
Mm-hmm.
that sometimes can be a big help in your life. So but yeah, as far as Michelle Lau, I loved it. I absolutely say that Queen Sheba did the damn thing once again. That's just her to me. She does excellent interviews, and like I said, I am waiting for part two, but what I'm waiting for more is her getting her son back. You know what I mean? It was
Mm-hmm.
heartbreaking to hear her son. She said that her son said, but we know that he was, told to say these things like, when are you going to leave us alone or whatever she said. I don't know if I'm saying it correctly, but yeah, that Cora Jakes looks slow. I'm sorry. Something ain't right. TD Jake's daughter or not. Go through her Instagram page and just take a look. Something ain't right. And in my opinion, those kids should have been removed anyway when the charges came up against her husband.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, we'll have to discuss that. I don't know about the chat if you guys were into the Nature Boy. We'll discuss that on another live. He received life in prison yesterday, and he deserved it. The cult
Yes.
leader, Nature Boy. And if anybody, a lot of people say R. Kelly was bad. He was worse. He was worse. So he deserved it. So we'll talk about that in another like power hour or something. But thank you, Pastor Braylon Lee. We're gonna go ahead and go to Bravo. Bravo, your final thoughts on our discussion today. Hold on, Bravo. Fifi, did I miss you? Fifi, thank you so much. I didn't. Thank you, Fifi. I just saw it. So much for the super sticker. I appreciate you. And then too blessed for you is who I miss. Too blessed always want to drink. Do you hear me? Too blessed like this Cat Williams drink. Let me get at too blessed real quick. Hilarious. And then Titi, thank you so very much for the super sticker. I appreciate ya.
Plenty dollars. Plenty dollars. Can we get
Too blessed always coming over here and getting tipsy. Thank you, Too blessed. Thank you, TT. Fee. Lord have mercy. I'm tired, y'all. I told y'all I was outside till 4 in the morning. Bravo. Your final thoughts?
Um, I think that we should. Well, I have two. One is that I'm so proud of Mel and how she shares her spirit and strength with everybody, and continues to be an inspiration. And it just, nothing will ever dim her light. And the fact that she puts God first in everything that she does is
Yes.
will ever forever be inspiring. And so I'm not really tuning into Sour Slaw Hotel and the rest of the cast members, in the sense that I feel like they really are a problem for Mel. I think they are self-destructing from CK on down. And whatever happens to them, whatever their demise is, we're going to still see Mel continue to soar. And I look forward to that more than anything. I seriously think that we're seeing a collective of situational and developed and perhaps organic mental problems going on here. Um, and it's prolific, and at times it's scary. And then on a spiritual side, I just see that we see how a demonic atmosphere can take over a person's personality and the way they move through life. And Mel is shielded from all of that and will continue to be. Um, and I did watch the interview from Queen Sheba. I cried and I prayed, and I actually called a couple of my close family members, and sent a couple of texts to some people I know from church to pray for her and her son and everything. I did hear some of the documents I think that she signed and everything. I don't think they're valid, so they need to start with that. I don't think they are. Uh, I don't know how to put it. I don't think that they are fiduciary. I don't think that they really work. You know, this NDAs and stuff, especially when it comes to children. You really can't, silence a child. A child has their own representation sometimes, and I think they need to look at that, because that would be maybe a quicker way for her to get her son back, because I think some of the outside court documents that she signed that were used for manipulation and to scare her would really work in her favor if she has copies of that. And that's all I have to say. Love you, Chit Chat. Um, you always serve, and I really appreciate you, and I really appreciate this channel.
Love you too, Bravo. And look, I agree with you when it comes to the documents and all of that. She was taken advantage of, period, point blank, in a vulnerable time, going through postpartum and all of the above. But I do think that there will be a challenge because you have to practice law in that state. And if we look
Mhm.
at who TD Jakes is, and Cora is his daughter, even attorneys are probably scared to take it on, or like she said, sometimes they were on his payroll and then, or they got on his payroll, or they were paid off. It's big. So,
Right.
it seems like she's up for the challenge, as she should be, on her quest to get her son back. So,
I think
yeah,
that,
it was
yeah,
very
I
touching.
agree. I agree. I think that what I'm saying is that I'm sensing some kind of fraudulent activity.
Yeah,
Um,
taken advantage of. Absolutely.
yeah,
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 I doubt if everything was legal, especially if, who was it? Was it Judge Faith Jenkins?
right,
Okay,
exactly.
she was the family attorney. She's also a member of
Isn't
the
that a
church family
conflict of
board.
interest?
Right,
Yes.
I would think so. So yeah, so that's why we get what you're saying, Bravo. We agree.
Mhm.
We agree.
Mhm.
So it's a compelling story, and I'm curious to see more. But yes, prayers to her, and let's all pray that she gets her baby back. Thank you so much, Bravo. We love us some you. Tyra, thank you for being a member for 11 months with your crazy self. And then daughter of Israel. I agree with you, and that's what a little birdie told me. So, daughter of Israel said Martell put them paws on coleslaw because of that last video, allegedly for telling secrets he didn't want to get out. He caught her at the gym,
Mhm.
allegedly. All right, so that's what was told to me. I told somebody, look, well, I told the person, look, you got to give me a little more than you know than what you're just saying to me, but I'm leaning towards that too. If it's the truth, yet again, you have caused these people to come out here and make videos about me and this or that, even though he shouldn't have told her that in the first place. But yeah, I think if the paws were put on her, I think that that's most definitely the reason why. I
Do
really
you
do.
think?
So,
Do you think that maybe the gym just because both of them were acting up, maybe the gym just diffused it with the authorities and just told them not to come back or something? Because somebody mentioned that maybe
it could
they
be
were told not
possible.
to come back.
It could be possible,
If it was in the parking lot, maybe. I don't
Right.
see
But
how
Mhm.
they could avoid it if it was inside.
right. I
Okay.
agree with Red Ann. That's a place of business. So I do think that if it happened inside or out, if somebody was able to get to them that was an employee of or a part of that company, I do think that the popos would have been called. So yeah.
Mhm.
I don't think they would go as far as to say, well, hold on, give me your gym tag. Let me go in there and run your names. Let me come back out. You guys are not allowed to come back. I don't think that was
Mhm.
done.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I
Because
mean?
Madison PD is a short walking distance away.
Mm-hmm.
Ooh.
Yeah. So somebody else in the chat put they didn't think that it happened because he's already out. He still has to go to court for that DV harassing communication, and
Mhm.
I can see him attempting to, if there is such a thing, being on his best behavior. But
Right.
sometimes it's hard if it's just in your nature. But yeah, I don't see him doing all this in public. If he wants to snatch her up, he know her little happy earth will come anytime he call, and he would have just told her, "Hey, come to the house," and then you know
Mhm.
what I mean, behind closed doors, done this. But none of us know. I still don't know where came from. But I was able to, look at a couple. I saw True T's video. I saw Empress and somebody else. I don't know, but I don't know where it originated. You know what I mean? So, but we shall see. If it didn't happen, I don't see that. It's my belief that it will continue to happen to the end of their time. They're toxic. They built whatever this is that they have together on that, and yeah, he's a ticking time bomb. So anytime he feel like just snapping off on her, he's going to do it. So, but we'll
Yeah.
keep our eyes out on it. But thank you again, Bravo. Shout out again to the chat. Next up is Hannah Grace. Hannah Grace, 2-3 minutes. Final thoughts on anything that you want to discuss.
Okay, yes. I don't know if I believe that they were out there fighting again, but I could see Martell being very agitated and aggravated with her, especially if she's sitting up there saying he paying her bills again, which I highly doubt. He can't even hardly pay his own. But if if what we've seen of him in the past getting agitated so quickly, like we did in like we saw him in Las Vegas and Texas, when him and Melody have been divorced at least what 3 years now, he's still hollering and acting up. Just imagine what he's doing with her, and he's gonna, in my opinion, she's probably he probably just do a lot of things just to aggravate her and keep her in her place. But then he can't do too much because these charges getting ready to drop on his butt, and he gonna need her to take the fall. He needs her to take the fall for that. You saw. We all saw what he told Queen Sheba.
I
That
heard that too.
you saw what Carson said he was gonna say. That she found that thing found the picture in his phone.
He
And
did
then
say that.
him and Tasha K gonna sit up and laugh, talking about, oh, if Arionne had a soul, it would have been out by now. Liar, because she did see it and it's not out. She tried to get somebody else to put it out because she knew that Martell was going to use her, just like, again, Carson said, just like she thought, and just like he's already proven that he's going to do. So we already know that's exactly what he did. So what?
Well, the thing about that is she had already put it out. Let's not forget that she's been dropping this. That's why you suckle. Like I said, you know what? There was a post that she put on Twitter years ago. She's been saying it in a way, just not as direct as that. So Tasha K and Martell can go ahead on with that.
I totally agree. And that's how, see, that to me, that's how her and Martell started the whole plot. I did a video and I said basically what happened was they said, we're going to say this. We're going to put the information out. This was the beginning of the plot. Then she says, then she go and try to recruit somebody to put it out because she knew that she couldn't do it. So now we're going to start planting these seeds that she was actually in the hotel doing it. So when the video come out, oh, she's in the hotel. It's with another man, just exactly what we said, but it was a lie and a plot. So, but what happened was she didn't want to put it out because she knew it was going to come back. And they both thought that they had gotten away with it until Martell went and sent Melody the actual picture. And then the bombshell that dropped on both of them was when Carson came out and told the truth. And then the second one was when the other blogger came out with Arionne's voice. So all of that is backfiring on them. Now she's putting out more information. So they getting exactly what they deserve. And because she plotted this whole thing of trying to have this baby, because it was she was plotting on Martell then and he didn't even know it. He thought he was getting over on her, manipulating her. But at the same time, because they so much alike, they manipulating each other. She just said on there. Now, this I do believe when she said that her first daughter, her daughter's father, cheated around on her. So she said she didn't care that she was going to do it to somebody else because it happened to her.
That was a lie. That was a lie. She cheated with him. That man has been with his wife since they were teenagers.
The wife, that's true.
But I agree. But in her mind, it was her man, just like this, like she thought Martell was hers, and she didn't. Okay, this man got a wife and 4 children. Now she still act like this man is single. That's in her delusion. So we see that she's delusional. She cares about nobody but herself.
60 seconds, Hannah. 60 seconds.
Okay, just like Martell. So the bottom line is that's just who she is. So yes, we see that she's already plotted this stuff the whole time. She's egocentric. The bottom line is she got caught in a trick bag and she can't get out of it. And she's getting exactly what she deserved. Nobody feels sorry for her. Now bye, and bye. Thank you so much for letting me join. It's a great conversation all the time.
Period. Hannah Grace be dropping it like it's hot. Again, make sure that you guys are subscribed to Hannah, Pastor Braylon. Trending. Thank you, Lil Sis. Trending said it was Judge Faith Jones, not Jenkins. Thank you, because I was like, wait a minute now, Jenkins, I love her. She looks like my cousin. I gotta tell my cousin. I don't even know if I told my cousin, but they look just alike. Okay, so Judge Faith Jones. Thank you, little sis. Yes, prayers up. Thanks again, sis, as well. For those of you that have not watched, make sure to watch the full interview. 2 hours, and I was glued to it all Thursday. Very, very good interview. It really, really was. And I'm glad that, Queen Sheba was familiar with the story as well. It translated, it wasn't just an interview and she didn't know, she knew of some things, and it was just good. So excellent, excellent. Thank you again, Hannah Grace. All right, Aunt Debbie, you are up. Final thoughts on Debbie?
My
Hey,
final
Rodney.
thoughts are that Martell and Arionne both need straight jackets.
Mm-mm.
Mm.
They need to be in straight jackets. That's what they need to be. Carlos King is a liar. He about to get, allegedly, in my opinion, he about to get Dr. Heavenly fired. She can no longer talk about marriage to medicine or whatever it is with him. Bravo court cracking down on her. She keep on. She ain't gonna have no job.
Good.
I'm glad that Mel is really back to work, feeling good about herself. She's a survivor. She's thriving. I just keep her in my prayers. She's a very inspirational young woman. Against all
Mm.
odds, this lady is still thriving and moving on with her life. And those two straight jacket nuts need to do the same thing by going on to the mental ward and get some help.
Mm-mm. Lock them up. That's what Aunt
Lock
Debbie
them
say.
up.
Lock them up, child. The world would be safer. It'll be a better place. The baby could get some help. Baby Miles, where he won't have to see those ghosts, child. I agree, Aunt Debbie. Something needs to be done. When it comes, but karma is doing enough for them. We haven't even seen it all. We're gonna report it as it come. But you can't operate like that in life and just think that nothing is going to happen. But it is obvious that there are some mental issues, deficiencies, and everything else going on between the both of them. Seriously. So,
And I,
um,
I do believe he put hands on her because she
mm,
mentioned it in an interview before. So I believe he put his hand on her when he get ready, when he get frustrated with her, because he
mhm,
resents her, because he don't have what he bit, what he once had. He don't have anymore. He don't
yeah,
have the money, the looks, and all that status he had. Look at him now. He don't
mhm,
have nothing like what he had. And he feel bad about that. And
yeah,
Mel going on with her life, and she done soared without him. She doing good without him. And he don't have nothing, and he see her moving up. That's a hard pill to swallow. And you throwed away everything for a bone. And
mm,
now look at you. Now you at bomb status, right, with the bomb. You where you belong. Down
that's
down
right.
there and get you some help. Get that straight jacket. Because I'm gonna tell you, that's playing on his mental. He unstable. And it's messing with his mentality. He looking around to see them kids, they growing, they looking nice. Mel is a great mother. And he wants to say that girl is one when we know she's not, you know. He's
Mm,
messed up in the head and he need to go on down there and get some help. Put him in that straight jacket and take him to the hospital and get him the
all right.
help he needs. And he needs to, allegedly, in my opinion, stop scamming people. Talking about you gonna work on their house. And no, you don't have no bills license. And no, you not gonna do no work. Just lying to get people money. Don't do people like that. That's not cool to do.
Joining the likes of his co cast members. So it's a lot going on with them folks allegedly swindling folks out of money. But I agree with you, Aunt Debbie. Like I said, yes, go ahead and send them straight jackets. Back in Chicago, there used to be a place called Tinley Park, which is soft suburbs. Tinley Park was where they sent folks like that, and yeah, they need to go somewhere. As far as Mel being inspirational, thank you for saying that as well. For me, Mel, a lot of us are older than Mel, but we've learned a lot from Mel. I think she's wise beyond her years. Sometimes I do. say, she only 38. I think she just turned 38. Not to, when is her birthday? November. And she's wise beyond her years, so she has a gift. And I really really hopes that she continues to, even at the Love and Marriage Huntsville, maybe more on Nubian. I also know that she plans to have more events when it comes to the mellow meters, and as far as women, real women empowerment. I think she's gifted in that, and with her being able to tell her story, it touches women young and old, young and old. So she's definitely an inspiration, Aunt Debbie. So thank you for that. People asking about the dog chow. I heard, I don't know if it's true. Allegedly, they say little Mouse got to the dog. Y'all know the dog,
Lord.
Ariana the dog. So we don't know. They asking in the comment section. I don't know. I don't know. Thank you, T Talk. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Hope you enjoy your weekend, sis. We almost out of here. We got two more people that we're gonna give final thoughts. But I do want to say again, shout out to each and every one of you for joining me. We are still close to 1,200, 1,180. I hope that you guys got some enjoyment out of this live, got some of this wisdom out of this live. The panel has always been great. Pastor Braylon Lee, Bravo, Neva P, Aunt Debbie, Hannah Grace, Red Ann. We had Simone up earlier. And it's just always good when we can come together. I am a believer in, and I just want to. I want to hear other people's thoughts than my own. So it's a lot of people that sometimes they don't want to drop no links or whatever, and that's cool. But when it comes to tough conversations and situations, that is Love and Marriage Huntsville. I do think that it's a beautiful thing when we all can give our own life experiences and knowledge and advice and everything else. So I thank you guys so much. Thank you again, Aunt Debbie. And we're going to go to Neva P. Neva P, your thoughts? Final thoughts.
Um, Everybody had said a lot of things, but I just want to continue to keep Melanie and her family in my prayers. And always a good panel chit chat.
Thank
You're
you.
welcome.
Thank you, Neva P. And yes, continued prayers. I got a little joy. I must say this of Mel speaking about Sugar Mama in her live earlier. I mean, not her live, in her stories earlier today. Even though it still breaks my heart that we can't see those babies while they are with Mel. I love when she tells little cute stories of what they're doing. And then we do get a chance to see them on Miss Van's page and Marcus's page and Don Michelle sometimes. Speaking of Don Michelle, child, hold on. Okay, all right. Okay, I'm sorry. I just reminded me. But go ahead, Neva P. Were you done?
Yes, hon, I'm done. Thank you so much.
All right, and thank you. Thank you for your knowledge as well. I appreciate you. I really do. And then we're gonna end this off with Red Ann. Red Ann gonna go ahead and sign up for the
Honey,
gym.
I can't bring it out like Aunt Debbie do now. I can't do that. I will just say this: if Martell thinks that these babies don't know what's going on, he is in for a very rude awakening.
Mm,
Those babies, those nuggets know exactly what's going on,
mm-hmm.
and um they have friends. They have friends that, are all over TikTok and all this other stuff. I really do believe those kids know what's going on.
Yeah.
I do. And I wish the courts would just go ahead and um just end this, speak to those babies, and go ahead and give those babies to Melody full custody, him having visitation, so she can leave the state of Alabama.
Mm-hmm.
That's what I want.
All right. And that's
Mm.
what we want as well. Look, I know that they're bright children, but as with you, I do believe that some things they know about, especially the older ones. Mariah and Tank, Boss Baby too. Boss Baby is wise. All of those kids are wise beyond their years
They
for me. They're
really
just
are. They
yeah,
really
so they
are.
are aware. They are aware kids and all of that. And I know that Mel, as she should, in my opinion, tries to shield them from, oh God, especially all this nastiness that comes out through Arionne Curry, and she wouldn't know anything if it wasn't for Martell Holt. So I do believe that she shields them as much as possible. But we're living in an age of electronics.
Electronics
Everything,
and technology.
yes, ma'am. They don't have to wait till they get home and fire up a computer and wait till the modem connect. I know you guys remember. I'm dating myself.
Honey,
Back
the
in the
dial
day,
up. The dial
it
up.
took about 5 minutes to even get connected to an internet, and then it was
Yeah,
slow
it
as
did.
ever.
And you
So
thought
yeah,
you
Mhm.
were doing good when you had a pager, remember?
yes, I had my first computer was the Apple. I'll never forget. My mama drove me all the way up to Barrington, Illinois. My daddy said, "Go get it for her." My first printer, the ink was in the paper. I don't know if you guys
Mhm.
remember that. The ink was actually made into the paper. That's how it prints up. But these
Hey,
kids are at an
hey,
age. Go ahead, Braylon.
no, I was just going to say to give y'all a quick funny story. When I went to elementary school in Arkansas, my parents had an old MacBook computer, and it had like the slot for the floppy disk. So we
Mm-hmm.
gave that computer away, and years later we went back to the school, and it was kind of a full circle moment. I actually cried over it that it still worked to that day, and
Uh-huh.
we gave that away like in the 90s. It was
Right.
Yeah.
like early 2000s and stuff. And so it's funny how what we think is old really can help somebody else.
Oh, absolutely.
I remember the Motorola StarTAC phone where you had to pull the
Mm-hmm.
antenna. So it's just, man, whoever
Well,
thought from a
yeah, we
flip phone
remember
to YouTube.
rotary phones. We remember rotary phones. Okay.
Now I don't remember
Okay.
that. That's
I
y'all
know
time,
you don't.
respectfully. I don't remember that.
Remember the Walkman?
Yes.
Yes. Yes. Or the
My
You know,
dad.
things.
iPods. My
Yes. I
brother,
mean,
my
Yeah.
there's
brother was just laughing when he was here because I still have my daddy's flip phone. But we had
listen,
purchased him an iPhone. My brother was like, he is not gonna use that mess. And my sister and I tried to show him everything. And I had just moved to Vegas. So I'm like, we can see each other. If you just hit this
right.
and you never got it right. So, but
Oh
I say
wow.
all that to say that these kids have access to technology, and it is instant.
Fast.
Okay. They could be on break, on recess, at lunch, or whatever, and other kids may have seen some things. And with Mel attempting to take the high road when it
Right.
comes to this divorce, and
Right.
even try to bridge that gap when it comes to co-parenting and all of that,
Mm-hmm.
all of the blame for me goes to Martell Holt and
Exactly.
his concubine
Right.
Chihuahua coleslaw. Anything
Right.
that these kids learn, or even if it's YouTube videos down the line, these stories stems from their actions, and he could have been a man of integrity, a high value man. He could have done all of the above when it comes to moving on in peace and accepting that this is because of me. You know what I'm saying? So, excellent points, Red. And we are just at it, just turned 3 hours and 2 seconds, 3 seconds, 4 seconds. And I appreciate each and every one of you. Um, I can't say what I want to say, but I see that it's been going on. And if anybody got an inkling of what I'm thinking and I can't say, keep it up. I don't know. I have to reach out. Trending may know. But let's continue to do what we do, and that is support Mel. That let's continue. Look, if it's something that's coming on this show that's worthy of a good review for me, that's what it's gonna get. But if it has anything from what we've seen in the past, BS, That's what you gonna get in my commentary. We're gonna continue to call it out. Shout out again to Mel with everything that she got going on this month. I believe that Easter egg hunt may be this month. Mimosas with Melody this month. Make sure to support her in the I Stand Against Abuse, because for those that don't know, that was abuse that we heard. That was abuse. You don't get a chance to, or you shouldn't tell somebody else's story if it is true, or if it, even if it wasn't. That's not something that is adding on to. But as this hashtag said, I'm gonna read this hashtag again, and then we're gonna be out of here. Shout out to the new members of the Cutie crew. Shout out to anybody that sent me a super chat or a cash app. Happy birthday again to anybody celebrating a birthday in March. If you have not hit the like button, hit it on your way out. Okay, trending. Yeah. Let's keep it up, sis. Ciao. Yeah, let's keep it up. But anyway, I wanted to read these hashtags on the way out the door. And again, thank you to each and every one of you. But hashtag thankful, hashtag transparency, hashtag the heart of the matter, hashtag bent, not broken, hashtag healed, hashtag God said go, hashtag push through, and hashtag I stand against abuse. Stand
Amen.
against abuse. So shout out to Mel for popping back out on the scene, and continuing on, like the song said, keep on surviving. So justice, thank you, Mary White. Justice for Michelle Loud. If you did not see that interview on Queen Sheba, make sure to do so. We are praying for her, and yes, we do want justice for her. Get that lady her baby back. Give that lady her baby back. Nobody cares what the family has as far as money, but no, get that lady her baby back. I loved the interview, and like I think it was Neva or somebody said she was so poised, and yeah, I didn't get now I'm just trying to get some money or nothing like that from her. She was just speaking her truth. So transparency is
Yep.
exactly what she
She
gave
said she
us.
wanted a trust
Exactly. She would
for
be
her son.
okay. Yep, she would be okay. She would be okay with a trust being set up, and she deserves it. She deserves it. So,
Absolutely.
he deserves it. He deserves his mama. I am glad that he knows of her and has spent time with her. But yeah, if she want her baby, give her baby. We'll have to discuss that either power hour or members only. But it was compelling. It really was. So
It was
shout out
it
to
was a factual actual for me when that exchange. I could not.
Yeah, it was good. It was good.
Mm-hmm.
It really, really
Yes,
was.
it was.
So make sure to go back. Shout out again to the panel: Braylon Lee, Neva P, Bravo, Aunt Debbie, Hannah Grace, Red Ann, Simone. Shout out to that cutie crew representing all the time. I appreciate you guys, and I hope you all have a wonderful weekend. As Mary said, justice for Michelle Loud. We also want justice for Melody Cherie. We do know that her and Martell still have an upcoming court case, and by that time, child, it should be a whole lot more that's added on. A whole lot more that's added on. Shout out to my Aunt Debbie, giving it to you real and raw every time. Aunt Debbie, I'm gonna contact you tonight, even if it's by text, but I just want to make sure that everything is still on the up and up when it comes to you. And then we can discuss. Well, let's do it tomorrow, Aunt Debbie, because I do want to talk to you so we can do a little more with your channel too. Okay.
Okay.
All right, I'm gonna put it on my board so I won't forget. But I'm gonna go be fat. I'm gonna go pick me up a sandwich or something because I'm not cooking, and I'm gonna run out and run right back in because it's
Sickness
cold.
is a blessing. Amen.
Good
And
Blessing.
night,
Good.
everyone.
Good night. Love
yes, good
y'all.
night.
Good night,
Good night.
Good
everyone.
night. Hope you guys
Good
enjoy
night.
your Saturday. Thank you guys for
You too.
joining me. I
Thank you,
appreciate
Chantel.
you guys. Thank you, Hannah Grace. All right, cuties. To those of you that joined the Cutie Crew today, thank you again. See Rich. We had Kathy Johns. If you know, you know. No, I know you effing lying. I know you effing lying. Thank you for joining. Kathy Johns, C. Rich, as I said, Dr. Elise, and then as I mentioned, everybody that gave me a super chat, super sticker, or anything. I appreciate you guys. You guys enjoy your weekend. I'll be dropping a couple videos and I'll see you guys live maybe Monday night. And Cutie Crew, we need to vote on our permanent day of the week. I forgot what day we used to go live. I think it was Thursday nights. And if that works for you all, that works for me as well. But we definitely got to get back into our sisterhood, members only. So I see 1.3K likes. I appreciate you guys. I am out of here. Chat with you guys soon. Bye.
Chit chat with QT. Chit chat with QT. Chit chat, chit chat, chit chat with QT. Chit chat with QT. Chit chat with QT. Chit chat, chit chat, chit chat with QT.